I'm gonna get another LaCroix actually, because why did I opened it up off camera? There's gotta be a moment at some point in the podcast where
you open up a LaCroix.
Yeah, people expect that.
No, they don't. But
people have commented down below.
They have not
on this video.
I've read every single comment already.
They are clamoring.
They've never said that.
They are fucking shaking
Go
in
get
their
a LaCroix,
boots
Josh.
until. Thank you.
Whoa! Okay. Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to a podcast will save this relationship.
Will it? Oh my god! I don't know. Is it gonna happen? Maybe this episode it will.
All right,
94 episodes in, we haven't done it yet. I'm Sarah.
97, and no wonder why we haven't figured it out, because you don't even know the fucking number of podcast episodes we've done. How the fuck is this relationship supposed to be saved if you won't even keep track, Sarah?
What day is it?
It's not our anniversary, that's all I know.
Oh,
hi, everyone.
Hey, guys.
It's a day I don't need to worry about.
Hey.
That's it.
We had the most
we
low energy.
We were so low energy. Yeah.
And I was so worried. And I was like, I just got to start yelling.
No. Now that the fan's on. Because that was the thing. It was too hot in here.
It was too hot.
And now it's starting to get colder. I actually might need to go get my jacket in a little bit. Not right now. I want to get.
We're
jumping into it. All
swear
right?
to Christ, Josh. I had to do another fucking intro.
No, we're not going to do another intro. Just cut to when I'm wearing a jacket. All right, listen. Yeah. I didn't spend an absurd amount of money at a community college to learn how to video edit for nothing.
Can we pretend like we're having fights about stupid shit, even though we're not, and like make our audience really worried about us?
You guys can worry about us. you guys do. It's fine. It's all good. That seems like a great idea, there. No, I'm kidding.
I'm so confused.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know either.
How are you doing today, Sarah?
I'm doing really good, Josh, because you know what TV show I watched? Do you know what it is?
Is it Ted Lasso?
It's fucking Ted motherfucking Lasso, baby.
Are we ever gonna actually like have a regular intro? Or are we just always gonna jump into the TV show that we watched that week? I'm down for that, but
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm doing good. Last week's been good. We literally just watched Ted Lasso, though. Pretty much. That's the only thing that happened.
Yeah, we literally only watched Ted Lasso. I'm doing good as well.
Oops, sorry. Forgot to ask.
Off the rails. I don't know how this podcast works. Don't worry. It's fine. It's okay. I will. Okay, before we do anything else, I will say it's weird that we didn't have to do any preparation.
Yeah.
For this one, which it's all thanks to you guys.
Thanks, guys.
I will say the fact that I wasn't thinking about the podcast at all today up until like an hour ago.
That's pretty nice.
Pretty nice. But it's also like, oh shit, we got to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that's why I'm not like
super into it.
Turned on to it yet.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
The switch hasn't flipped yet, but I don't know, I'm warming up to it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it's like a nice homelier feel. You know, like when we go out and we try to find Reddit stories, it's like we always try to find the most craziest, funniest story that we can find.
Yeah, and I just kind of and the thing that I think like unjustly got pushed to the wayside, or even justly, you know, like just as like a way to do it. Oh my god, I keep thinking of things I know I need to say on this podcast. I'm never sourcing in the comment any of the Reddit stories that we ever do.
We're never doing that. I'm sorry,
so
guys.
Sorry.
A lot of times the poster is a piece of shit, and I do not want you guys to go and yell at them because we will do that for you.
We'll do it for you. Yeah. Listen, we're talking about posts with like 0 upvotes and 10 people saw it. Like,
yeah, like we don't. Even,
exactly. Like it's really.
Even though our audience is technically not that big, quote unquote, we're
talking 10 times as big as some of these posts get, like the attention that they got.
Big enough, and I really don't want a bunch of people coming in with the same opinion, shitting on somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
because they're being
no
an
brigades,
asshole.
please.
Yeah.
No rating of like these Reddit posts. Like,
Yeah.
let us handle it and
Let's
just talk about why it's bad and then move on, because it's not going to do anyone any better. That's why we don't comment or post on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We just talk about it on here.
Paper trail,
Yeah, exactly. You can't catch us.
Can't catch me.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick before we go into anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did watch Ted Lasso.
We did. We watched
say.
Ted Lasso, bruh.
Yeah, we watched Ted Lasso. We're jumping into it.
Thoughts on Ted Lasso, Joshy?
Thoughts on Ted Lasso. I have not been able to stop thinking about this show.
Really?
For like the past, since we finished it. I
will say it was a haze because I was constantly moving in and out of work and something else and
I get it.
5 million things.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I had a lot of work that just wasn't things I had to focus on.
Yeah.
So I definitely had a lot more time to focus on it.
Yeah.
And I'm also rewatching it now.
When? What?
I started rewatching it today to remind myself of some of the earlier episodes.
Okay.
Before we came into this, just to remember. I like Ted Lasso a lot.
Ted Lasso's great.
I guess I love it. I think probably.
I get that feeling.
It's stuck with me. It's stuck with me a good amount, and I think a lot of the messages it has.
Yeah.
And I also think that as good of a show as it is, I think. Okay, so the reason why we watched this show,
because everybody keeps fucking talking about it.
Everyone keeps talking about it. I keep seeing it advertised to me on the PS4, and like weeks ago, I saw this Onion article about Ted Lasso that I thought was funny. Me having no experience watching Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
It was, I believe, Emmy Award-winning Ted Lasso receives Emmy nods for photo entirely or episode entirely composed of stock photos of people hugging,
which is definitely exactly what the show is.
Yeah, and that's why everything I think I'm about to say is prefaced with a hint of good old-fashioned cynicism that I normally have, but I think ironically works in the show's favor because I went in as a cynic.
Yeah.
And I came out as a Ted Lasso fan, much like literally every fucking character on Ted Lasso.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird how I am a character in Ted Lasso, you know?
This is Cougar Town, and you are Abed, you know what I mean? This is your Cougar Town.
Oh,
you became a character.
I became a character
in the TV
in the
show.
sense of being an audience member.
Yeah.
I like Ted Lasso a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I think it is it's a very positive show.
I just don't know the message.
I think it's just be a good person.
I think so too. I just think it gets there very weirdly. Cause like, I mean, I just think it loses in the second season. I think it loses the plot a little bit. It loses the message a little bit for plot points, you know?
Kinda,
yeah.
Well, I think because I think they set up the first season to make everyone like Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And then in the second season, it's what do you do after everyone likes Ted Lasso? You talk about why Ted Lasso's like that, you know?
Right, I get that. But I mean, like, the other it becomes very much, it's, first season, it's all about the main character.
Yeah.
Second season, it's all about the side characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets their B plot, C plot, D plot, you know?
Yeah, that's
everybody
true.
Gets their own little thing. And in the first season, it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. She doesn't like Jamie. She likes Roy. And then her and Roy are going to get together and it's going to be really cute. And then they're going to be whatever. And then the lady's dealing with her ex-husband and everything. But it's all kind of around Ted Lasso's main conflict, which is with his wife, in the first season.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of like he sees these things and understands that then right at the end of the first season, he starts having panic attacks with his anxiety. And then the next season, everybody's plot begins to splinter out. You know what I mean? From what his becomes only about his anxiety, and everybody else, it's like,
they all kind of have one thing.
Keely and Roy had their relationship issues that are different every episode. And then the main lady is dating somebody else. She like kind of doesn't really worry about her husband until like the very end. And then like a bunch of other people, like Nate has a big villain arc.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah. And everybody, the coach does nothing until one episode where he has his own episode,
which is
the craziest. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Throughout this entire thing, none of this makes any fucking sense. And then by the end of it, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know where I'm left with here. It's like,
I get that. I think
I just don't know. I guess the ending of season 2, I was like, that's fucking crazy. That's a crazy ending. But I'm like, and it's good, and I want to see more of it. But like, what the fuck is going on?
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, actually. I don't know how much I agree with that, actually. No. I think rewatching, from what I remember, I think I like the second season a lot more because it goes more in depth, I feel like. I think I think the first season it's very A to B, right? It's very much like,
yeah, this is the thing, and
this is the thing. This is what the show is.
Yeah.
And like it's about how Ted Lasso, he's dealing with his divorce, or soon to be divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't bring himself to do it, and it's really cool. I think, did they bring up his panic attacks in the
first season?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a panic attack in the karaoke bar.
Yeah, and that was first season. Okay, yeah. Because actually, I realized rewatching it, I think second episode, they already started hinting at it.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he usually keeps his, what is it? Like, they focus on his hands a lot. I think that's how we're supposed to know, obviously. That
because
he has
his hands
crumple up, yeah. And that's why he always tries to hide his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until the rewatch. And that's why I want to rewatch this now, because I feel like there's a lot of small details early on that very clearly lead to where this is now.
Yeah.
I will say Nate becoming a villain, I feel in hindsight seems way more obvious.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Than it did. It was a slow build up, and it's obvious that it was happening because they go out of the show's way to gray Nate's hair.
Yeah.
That's a little goofy. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty goof.
But also, like, I get why they did it, because it works.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does work. It makes him into like a... Well, I guess it's like, you know, they're trying to put the unlikable, the goofy character that is, in a lot of British comedies. The buffoon guy that never gets the girl, that is always like the butt of the joke kind of guy, you know? That kid, they're trying to put that on his head, you know? And
with Nate?
Yeah, with Nate. Because right in the beginning, it's like, oh, he's the guy that people don't realize is actually really good at knowing about the sport of soccer and coaching. And he's like, the golden kid or whatever. And then they kind of go into that with the second season. And then as he becomes more of like a static character, he realizes, oh shit, I'm static. I'm not fucking growing, I'm not getting enough attention from Ted Lasso because I don't have enough attention from my father. And I want an inordinate amount of attention from Ted Lasso, and I feel abandoned. So I'm going to take it out on the new pool, water boy. And then also that grows and grows and grows until he becomes a fucking asshole, pretty much.
Yeah.
And, it shows I think it's like I think that's like the most structured character arc that you can see. It's like the building of him up in the first season to the tearing of him down, like a fucking tragic hero story in the second season.
Yeah, I think that's the most overarching one so far.
Yeah.
But
everybody else is like, I don't know. It's weird. I guess it's just like Keely and Roy.
Oh yeah, because that only starts really a couple episodes in, and then it's kind of forgotten about, and then it happens at the end of the first season.
And then
for it to be shaky in the second season.
Yeah, it's like kind of shaky, and then like Jamie shows back up and everything, and it's like there just wasn't like a clear handle on it. You know what I mean? It felt to me like in Scrubs, with Elliot and JD, how their relationship was always like kind of, but kind of not, but kind of yeah, but kind of not. I feel like that's just like, that's a relationship that the writer knows how to write, and then doesn't know how to write like just like a healthy relationship that is continuing and continuing to go. But I think it's like, I don't know, it's just weird to go from an overarching villain story to a guy learning to deal with his anxiety, to a lot of other plot points, to an episodic relationship struggles thing.
Okay, that's fair.
That to me, it's like, then that's when the tone of the show is like, fuck, there's a lot of shit going on. What the hell?
Yeah. So I guess I don't know, because I feel like that's what makes it work in the second season, is trying to maintain
everything.
Yeah, trying to maintain that positivity. And I'm like, okay, so the first season is about trying to bring positivity and trying to, look on the bright side of things.
Yeah,
it's a very,
warms up everybody's heart.
Yeah, warms up everybody's heart. And like, even if they lose the fucking, or they get relegated or whatever the fuck it's called,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, because they all have each other and they have a found family. You know, cool, fun, awesome, great.
Cool sports.
Sports.
The sports story, the one sports story that ever happens.
Yeah, the one sports story that ever happens.
Yeah.
But then you cut to the aftermath, I feel like. I think that's what matters more than anything.
I think that's interesting. And I think I don't know, I just wish they went more on like when Coach Beard blew up on Ted Lasso about they want to win. Yeah. It's not about, like, as much as you want to say it's not about winning, it is to them. Because this is their career. You need to take this more seriously.
Well, yeah, no, and I think the second season is a critique of the first season.
Well, I think that's great, but I just wish they did that more,
I think they did it a good amount, because
why take out an entire episode to talk about Coach Beard's lady struggles?
Well, because COVID, I don't know.
Like, that's just weird to me.
Well, I mean, okay,
why would you waste an entire episode on that when I feel like that could be the most affecting thing that Coach Beard does, is like be a coach and tell Ted Lasso, like, okay, maybe he's the guy that doesn't have the personable skills, but he's the guy that knows about coaching as a skill.
I get that.
But then they're just like, oh, he's a weird character, so let's just do a bunch of weird shit stuff with him.
Which, I mean,
it's cool. I love that.
It's cool. It doesn't add a lot to the overall thing. I understand.
Yeah, it's like, how do you like, I mean, that's, I guess, is what makes everything really unbalanced feeling for me, because it's trying to balance drama and comedy and also pull at your heartstrings. And it's like, then it ends up being like Lost, where like, that's how I'm worried. I think I have PTSD from Lost. I think that's what it is.
Okay, that's fair.
I think I'm like seeing this and I'm like, this is great, and I love this, and I'm gonna keep watching it. But when they start trying to move the island, that's when I'm out, man. That's when I'm out. That's when I'm fucking out.
I mean, I get that, and I guess I don't know, and I guess to go back to the Scrubs analogy, I guess the way I look at it, because I feel like I'm more used to Scrubs than I am Lost.
Yeah,
and Scrubs is a key point, and Scrubs is the key to all this, as a George Lucas would say.
Yeah,
I think
like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah, like poetry, it rhymes, and the rhyme in this one is in Scrubs when JD has to realize that people just fucking die. Yeah. And that's when the psychiatrist comes in, the therapist for the team. Yeah. And first of all, I think that's a great idea.
That was a great idea.
I'm happy that happened.
Yeah.
But like, because what makes that work is watching Ted break.
Yeah.
Immediately, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. And like, Ted is not as, I love cursing. But something that makes Ted lovable is that he doesn't curse a lot. Yeah. He's just this home folksy guy. Yeah. And he calls therapy bullshit. Yeah. And like probably the most shocking.
It's like, so shocking, and it's so impactful. Like, I think all of my problems are with all the story of every other character other than Ted Lasso. And those are all my problems. Ted's
story is magical.
Is wonderful.
It's
and the way that he's acted is so perfect, especially in the first season too. Like, there's that point where Jamie doesn't want to practice, or he makes up an injury. Yeah. And Jamie's like, I don't want to do that, blah blah blah, because he's being a little piece of shit. And Ted Lasso goes out there and goes, practice, and like starts yelling at him, and then they have the Dutch angle, and that's the first time that you're sitting there and Ted Lasso doesn't say a curse word. Yeah. He's just yelling at Jamie. Yeah. And this is the first time you've seen Ted Lasso like go past his deep end. And it's like, I think almost the last time you'll see him angry in the first season.
Honestly, I don't think that much happens elsewhere. Well,
it commands your attention for sure.
No, he gets mad at Nate at some point in the hotel. During that karaoke episode, because the whole point of that episode, he has
a panic attack, and
he has a panic attack because he has to he also has to sign divorce papers, and he can't bring himself to do it.
And he's drinking.
Or was that second season? Because that was
no, yeah, that was second season.
That was second season. God damn it! So the panic attacks were hinted at in first season.
Yeah, you don't really learn that they want a divorce until the second season.
Fuck, I don't remember now because they're all. It just happens all at once, and I didn't. We just kept watching.
Yeah,
but like, I forget.
There isn't really an angry moment in the first season other than that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But
it really commands everything from you as an audience. Just sit there and watch this like complete change of tone and complete change of camera, and it's just like whoa, ooh, and because that's also like I think everybody else can see that. Not only is this guy weird, he's like, there's something wound up about him. Like there's something going on with him.
Yeah, and I guess my main point I'm trying to make now in defense of like the side characters, even though they don't necessarily go with Ted's main story in a most literal sense, there is still an overarching theme with almost all the characters of fatherhood, which is, I think, what makes it work for me. I think every single character has something related to like having shitty fathers for the most part, or trying to be a good father figure. You have the owner of the team who has a strained relationship with her dad, and then the dad
and
dies.
And the dad dies, yeah.
Did we say spoilers? Spoilers.
So yeah, fucking for sure spoilers.
Spoilers.
Nate has a strained relationship with his father.
And he's trying his hardest to try and...
Sam has a good relationship with his father, which causes him to be influenced by his father to boycott.
Yeah, and...
boycott a company that he was sponsored with.
Yeah, they make a point that the guy that helps out the team... The
main sponsor of the team is also a company that owns another company that takes oil from Nigeria.
No, I'm talking about someone different right now. The assistant that helps out the boss lady.
Oh yeah.
They make a point that he's trying to be as good of a father to the team as well as his own family.
Yeah.
What else? There's the what is it? Who else? Everyone has a father.
Jamie has a shitty dad.
Jamie has a shitty dad, and that's what breaks also Ted Lasso at some point.
Yeah, that's a
and they also hint out at that in the beginning. Roy has to be a father figure to his niece because he makes a point that,
and I guess
her
by
dad's
extension,
shitty.
Keely
has to be like at least a parental figure.
Keely doesn't really have any other. I guess my main issue is with Keely because Keely doesn't really have any characterization other than the men in her life.
Kinda, yeah. That's fair enough.
It's like, come on, man. You know, I mean, I don't know. She doesn't have to go out and be a tennis star or anything, but like, she could like just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird because you can't think of her without Roy and without her gal pal, which is the owner
boss,
of the team.
Yeah,
and it's all about dating and it's all about boys and it's all about that, but she's also modeling and she's also she also has her business thing, but it's very girl boss.
Oh yeah, it's definitely girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight, whatever. But like it's I think she does have she has it less than all the other ones, and I don't know if it's because the person that wrote Scrubs doesn't know how to write women, or if it's
can you blame him? Come on. There were some parts in Scrubs that were like, they were a little.
Wait, you're telling me telling me that Scrubs might have been a bit problematic? Is
maybe a little bit, but like in a lovable way, you know?
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, fucking
God.
But no, yeah, like I mean, yeah, I guess there is the one of her trying to become independent, but that also is a part of Roy's thing. Yeah, so we're not wrong on that. But I don't know if that's also chalked up to that she's just she's a pretty major player. Yeah, I was gonna say she's a minor one, but she's like there day one. Like,
yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty. Actually, it's a little shitty. It's a little shitty.
I guess that's what puts the bad taste in my mouth about it. And then Jamie magically shows up, and then she has like a weird thing And then Nate kisses Keely, sexually assaults Keely.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
And you know, Keely has to tell Roy, and then that's, I guess, kind of what sets Nate off too, is that Roy is not offended by Nate kissing Keely, but he is offended by Jamie telling Keely that he loves her. And Nate is like, why aren't you mad at me? Because I'm not as much of a man in your eyes. One of the main father figures of the team, because he was the ex-captain.
Yeah, now a coach.
Yeah.
That works alongside him. And that's an interesting thing too, is that there's along the positivity, there's a whole theme of forgiveness as well, or trying to forgive others. And it definitely goes back to, of course, Ted. But like, I think that's one of the things that
was a big
Roy,
thing in the first season too.
Yeah, no, and that's because it's lead up to the second season where Ted was able to forgive people, but is like everyone else
big things? Yeah,
but like Roy being able to forgive Jamie or Nate, I guess especially Jamie, obviously.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about Nate. Like there's nothing even that he cares about. And then I guess Roy seeing Jamie's dad, I think, is what makes him realize, like, this is why you're like this.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's another. Oh,
your
God.
dad is a piece of shit.
That one scene, I went back to rewatch.
That was amazing.
Like way before. That was such a fucking good scene.
Whoa!
Holy shit!
Holy fucking goddamn!
Yeah, and I guess moments like that is what makes me like the second season more, because it feels a lot more refined.
It's more impactful. I just feel like it's not as structured as the first season.
Yeah, it's not as structured. I'll concede that, but I don't know. I think it's just such an interesting fucking show. But it's also I can't. First of all, I have to, again, I went into this as a bit, you know, like, and like most bits, and like most bits, it worked out for us.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it. Fuck me and my stupid fucking bits. But like, no, like, I mean, but then, you know, the bit becomes real, and then you love Ted Lasso. And then, what is it? But I can't, there's a part of my brain that has to laugh a little bit when I read people say shit like, this is a show that America needs right now.
It's like, no, it's just a show.
It's not. But then,
it's just a fucking
also,
show.
Like, but then I question myself with that too, and I'm like, this is a pretty good show, and I think if people will be brought up by this,
by it, yeah.
And my next thing is like, will this make people a better person, you know, by doing this?
I mean, I don't know. If Ted Lasso makes you a better person, you were a pretty bad person to begin with. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's
at least
how I think.
At least reaffirms, like, for people that already were good people, just to give them the little boost to be like, keep being a good person, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like if you are really a bad person,
this show's
quote
probably not
unquote
gonna move.
Bad person, and you see Ted Lasso, and you know he's not gonna be. You know, Ted Lasso is not the real world where
of course
somebody can say, you know, hey, go fuck yourself. I hate you. And I don't want to wear a mask, and I don't want to get a vaccine. And I'd rather die and kill old people than give up my freedom because I'm a big selfish baby. And they're not going to watch Ted Lasso and come out of it and be like, I guess I will go get the vaccine.
I guess not. Yeah. But like,
no, that's not how it works. It's. But the good people are going to watch it and jerk their dick offs.
Me.
Yeah. They're going to feel like they're getting auto-filleted, you know? That's what it is. It's just, it's the Bible, but in a sports metaphor. That's what it is.
Fuck, did I get tricked into watching a Bible show?
I mean, that's literally, like, that's what I
Ted
thought
Lasso,
of.
the modern day Bible.
He's the modern day Jesus, yeah. That's how the show treats him, is like Jesus. He comes in and he says some wacky shit, like, okay, have you never thought about this?
Okay,
where,
let's go.
In old Jerusalem, Jesus, who was nothing from an atheist point of view, who was nothing other than, you know, a small town magician, you know?
Okay, yeah, all right.
Jesus, this man comes
from an agnostic point of view, I don't know.
A Christian cultist Jesus Christ comes through, does his little like, oh, choose a fish. Oh, it's bread, you know, does that to you. And everybody's like, whoa, you must actually be the Son of God, you know? It's written like everybody loved Jesus, other than very specific people who did not like Jesus even one bit. But I I'm sure there are some people that would see him and be like, what a wacky guy. You know? He's just doing some wacky shit. He's just being all like lovey-dovey, hippy-dippy. What a wacky bro. Exactly like Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso comes into Britain and is like, well, golly gee, blah, blah, blah. Exactly what happened with Jesus.
That's exactly what happened with Jesus.
Yeah.
I gotta reread the Bible because I don't remember any of this from my Methodist teachings.
Yeah, because you're fucking Methodist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, for an atheist, you sure give a shit about labeling myself a Methodist.
I'm Anglican. All right, I'm old. I'm the OG.
How fitting that I am holding the stubborn mug today.
But no, I mean, that's what I thought of in the first season when, you know, the boss comes through and says, I've done something really terrible to you. I've done this, blah, blah, blah.
And then he does say, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
That is, okay.
That's the first thing that I thought.
Maybe you're winning me over a little bit.
Wow, he really is a Jesus Christ figure, you know?
I can like 25% understand that.
Yeah.
From that one scene alone, I think.
It's like you wanted to write a story about Jesus Christ and how he probably had some anxiety issues. And instead, they were like, what if we got Jason Sudeikis to do it?
Jason Sudeikis. Let's bring it on in here.
And what if it was about British soccer?
Let's get the Sports Center guys in on this. They're going to love this.
That would be awesome, bro.
I don't even know what else to say. Go watch Ted Lasso, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, go watch Ted Lasso.
And I know we have like 7 fucking stories to get through tonight.
Oh my god,
but can we take a quick sidebar to talk about Jon Stewart's show? Because I don't think we've actually given it a praise on the show yet.
Yeah, Jon Stewart's new show is fucking great.
Because he reminded me of that with Freedom and Masks.
Oh yeah. And that's obviously why I'm thinking about it. You know?
Well, next week we'll talk about Jon Stewart's show.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks when another episode comes out.
True.
We'll have 3 episodes to know what we're talking about.
The Jon Stewart, the most recent one where he pulls out the saxophone bit with the mask. He tries to play the saxophone with the mask on.
And he just doesn't press any of the buttons. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about the bit. Is so funny to me.
See, that's what made me think he was Jesus Christ, is when he was able to make the tones of a saxophone without pressing anything.
You know, if you really think about it, every TV show has a Christ figure, and it's the name of the show. It's the character
character's name of the show.
The show was named after.
And 95% of the time, it is a straight white male. So
one time, okay, this is a high school story.
Shit.
So one time in high school, I had to do a debate about the play Antigone.
The fuck is the?
You've never heard of Antigone?
Well, say it, and if I remember it, I'll remember it. But
okay, so the story.
I'm not that good of a theater kid. Sorry.
This was just an English class.
Oh yeah.
But Antigone is the story of a girl whose brother was murdered by the current king, who was also her brother. Oh. And the brother of that, the king was usurped basically, and the brother that died was the next in line to be king. And so the king, I think they're all connected to Oedipus. Also, it's like in the Oedipus storyline. Fucking killed the brother and then left him to die outside. To be picked up by vultures as like a shitty death. And Antigone loves her brother, so goes out and tries to bury her brother. But because she does that, she's sentenced to death.
Oh shit!
By her current brother as basically is like a fucking, what is that called?
Not an Oedipus complex. I know you said Oedipus before, but.
No, like a statement, like when you do something to one person to show everybody else what you'll do to them.
Oh, not a threat, I guess.
It's kind of a threat.
It's a threat, but it's like you make a
example.
Example.
She was made an example of, and she was put into a cave and was like just basically starved to death there. I don't remember that much else about it, but there are a bunch of other characters, and it's all about the drama. It's all drawn out, basically, of the trial and everything of her. And it's basically it's used as an example of the tragic hero story, where a character starts at the beginning, at the top, and then sort of slowly falls and makes a bunch of decisions that ends up with them being tragically murdered.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, the Greeks knew how to fucking do it, man.
Greeks knew how to fucking do it.
So we had to do a debate about Antigone, and it was who is the tragic hero in Antigone? And our debate team, got the character Antigone.
Yeah.
The correct answer.
The obvious answer. Yeah.
And then there's the villain of the story, which is like the warrior that wants to make sure that she's dead or whatever. Was another team, which had like all the best players of the fucking
the debaters,
all the best debaters that were like in debate club and everything, because this was outside of debate club. They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna fucking kill it.
We're gonna get the wrong answer and make people think it's the right one.
Yeah. And then there was somebody else that chose like Yocasta or like some fucking
a third party, you would say.
Yeah, exactly. And so then I remember like us trying to do it, and then our teacher being like, y'all, it's the name of the play. Like, you have the least amount of work to do.
Yeah.
Like, this is a slam dunk for you guys.
You just go to the whiteboard, you write down the name of the play.
Yeah.
What's this? It's the main character?
It's literally what I did, though.
It is the name of the play.
So we did like a coin flip, and it was the evil guys.
The evil guys
went first, basically. And there was like a series of things that you needed to prove that, you know, who the actual tragic hero of the story, you know, are they, quote unquote, a tragic hero is all you had to prove.
Okay.
It could be that there were multiple tragic heroes in the story, and then there were also like whatever. This is so dumb. This is such a dumb story. Yeah. So then fucking the evil guys, they systematically prove that he has all the characteristics of a tragic hero to the point where it was impressive.
Wow.
And our team was like, oh, fuck. Like, we're fucked. And then I'm just like, I say something because I'm a stupid Italian and I can't keep my fucking mouth shut. And I go, was he a hero, though? And I slam dunked on them, bro. I won the shit with that because they couldn't prove that he was a good guy.
Get him.
It was so fucking funny.
Dude, fuck yeah, actually. Holy shit.
Hell yeah. I was like, you're really going to say he was a good dude? Like, that's all I did. I just peer pressured them like a fucking frat bro.
Fucking drop the mic, dude, because you just fucking did it.
It was just like, for real, bro?
Bro, you can't think about it.
Like, you know, like you're somebody who is trying to prove that Satan is actually God and God has just deceived you.
And then you write out like 1,000 different algorithms.
And you spend like 7 nights on it.
Who is the boss, you know? Yeah.
Who is the boss? I'm like, Angela. It was Angela. Oh my God.
That's this week's community reference. But yeah, no, that's fucking hilarious,
It's
dude.
not so funny.
That's good. That's the right answer.
I forgot what this was in reference to, what we were just talking about. Whatever.
Anyway, Ted Lasso is about God. Okay.
Ted Lasso's good.
Ted Lasso is good and about God.
Yeah. It's a Christian show.
It's a Christian show for Christians. If you're a Christian or a Mormon, you will love Ted Lasso.
That memory is just for me. It just makes me so happy because I can think of the only adult in the room, seeing that question that like doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean shit. They proved that he was. Being a hero is not really a part of being a tragic hero.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
But would you really label him a hero? And then I just see her look, turn to the side, be like, I'll allow it. You know, it's so funny. In my mind, I have that constantly replaying. It puts this fucking smile on my face.
Good job. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of teenage Sarah for doing that.
It's 14-year-old Sarah, bro.
Do you think 14-year-old Sarah would be proud of the ad break that's about to happen? Is that a yes or a no?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. This episode of A Podcast Will Save This Relationship is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped is the premier shaving company to help you shave your family jewels. I know recently I've talked about like, what is it? Use the nose hair trimmer. Yeah. That worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Actually, recently I cleaned off one of the razors that we use. I think the one that you used because, you know, that was on your face. So cleaned it off, sterilized it, and I used it on my beard this week. And it actually worked out a lot better than my other razor that I would have used for it.
And they come in these cool bags too.
Yeah. So they have a whole entire travel kit that includes, what is it? They have the lawnmower, the weed whacker. They have a, I believe, a ball toner as well as an anti-chafing thing. And they have a travel kit as well to make it easy to actually, like, what is it? Carry it all if you have to move around, do stuff. It's a nice little bag, yeah.
Good.
If you go over to manscaped.com and you use code APWSTR, you'll get 20% off your order and free shipping. That is 20% off your order, free shipping when you use code APWSTR at checkout.
That's a lot.
That is a good amount. Manscaped, the best tool for the job. And the best bag for your head.
Your balls will thank you.
Your balls will thank you. Or any part of your body, really.
You wear the bag as a hat.
Probably don't put the bag on as a hat. You probably could suffocate. Hat. No, don't do that. Do not do this. We are trained professionals. Don't. Sarah. And we're back.
Hey, guys.
All right.
What's up?
God damn it. I should actually not say "and we're back" and actually do the fucking lights right for once.
Do you actually want to do that and have me remember to tell you?
Well, sometimes I remember, and I think.
Do you want to go through this whole rigmarole?
We could do just the rigmarole. Who cares? It doesn't fucking. We all die. Who cares?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? You guys will fucking listen anyway.
Because I remembered, but I didn't want to tell you because then if I told you, you would be like, but then I can't.
Yeah, no, I know. It's a catch-22. Yeah. All right, I've signed my soul away to doing a bit every week where I don't remember to do the lights because A, I won't remember, and B, I've done it before and now people expect me to do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Much like Reddit being a bit, we have succumbed to another bit.
Which, I mean, you know, I'm really glad people are just sending in stories because Reddit is a cancer on this earth and I would rather get off the app.
Yeah, let's, you know what? We'll go back to Reddit next week, but once a month, how about that? Once a month we do just all listener stories and try to catch up. Because if we got 7 in like 1 week.
Send enough stories so that I never have to go on Reddit ever again.
I will go on Reddit. I'll be the Reddit boy.
I will read your stories. The people who watch this, I'll read your stories. Josh won't. Because he's scared. I'm about
to fucking read your stories now.
Because he's fucking scared. I'll read your stories.
I'm gonna read. I have
Apparently
4 stories.
Josh really loves Reddit. Whatever.
So, okay. So before we go into welcome to the listener stories.
Well, the listener stories.
Although when you go on TikTok, it'll still say Reddit stories because they're all kind of labeled. They're all still like it's like personal Reddit stories, except they're not posted on Reddit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So before we go in, if you want to submit your own listener stories.
Yeah.
Best way to do it is probably a podcast will save this at gmail.com.
Yes.
Please provide whether or not you want to be anonymous or if you have a name attached, as well as your pronouns, please.
Yes.
And if you send it through Instagram or TikTok, we'll still do it.
Yes. And if you do not put your pronouns in, we will not read it.
If you do
the like attack / helicopter transphobic ass shit,
we will not read your story.
We're not reading that.
Well, listen, if you forget to put your pronouns in the first time, we'll let it slide. I'll ask you what your pronouns are. But if you respond with like an attack helicopter joke, you're getting blocked, and I'm not gonna fucking read your story.
No,
I'm sorry.
Stop it. Trans rights in this house.
Trans fucking rights, everybody. Yeah. And if you don't say trans rights, that's for you. All right.
Flipping off our audience like so many times today.
I'm flipping off the transphobes.
Yeah, our audience. No,
apparently our audience are also libertarians, so I guess.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding. Our audience is not libertarians. They have brain cells.
Yeah. It's just that one TikTok found a bunch of people who really don't think poor people deserve to live.
Or don't deserve to breed, you know?
Yeah. You gotta get her tubes tied. How about you shut the fuck up, Kevin?
All right, so we got our first listener story. This is all listener stories, as I've already said.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to this person because for 2 reasons. One, they sent a PDF.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's some dedication.
Bonus points if you send like a PDF or a Word file.
That's fucking dope, actually.
Cool. Base, red pilled.
Yeah.
Second of all, we have text proof for this story. That's why I want to start with this one because this one is going to be a good one. So I'm going to make sure that we have okay. So the name, this is from Sarah, SERA, no H. So it's Sarah spelled wrong in 2 different ways.
But it's like the cool way.
That is, like you get a point for having an E in there, but you lose a point for having an H.
SARA. You know, so we don't have to fight.
Yeah, it's not the lazy way of saying Sarah. Exactly. It's the cool way of saying Sarah. Yeah. Okay. I'll agree to that. So I don't know if there's a title to this one, but this was sent originally through DM, and we now have it as a PDF.
That's fun.
And I'll read the text from the DDM. But here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead it in the landscape. It's a PDF. Of course, I'm gonna fucking read it in
awesome.
landscape. All right.
Shit, hell yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Sarah, pronounced like Sarah. My parents named me after a prostitute in a Nicolas Cage movie called Leaving Las Vegas.
Cool.
I was listening to your most recent podcast where you asked for listener stories, and I feel like you guys would get a kick out of this dating story I have, as my fiance teases me about it constantly.
Okay.
And I'm sure there are parts of this you will probably think I'm making up, but I have screenshots that I've inexplicably saved for 5 years, partially corroborating the story.
Hell yeah.
Like maybe I knew that someday this traumatic experience would provide some entertainment for others.
Fuck yeah.
So, picture this. 2016. I'm in my sophomore year of college. It's New Year's and I get a DM from this guy I used to have a huge crush on in high school. We had a gym class together when I was a high school freshman and he was a high school junior. And I remembered him as being so cool and so funny, so I was actually pretty excited to hear from him. So, oh god, PDFs.
Maybe don't send PDFs.
No, so do PDFs. I just had my thumb on the wrong side. It's fine. So fast forward a few weeks and we're on a date and I realized that I ... may have misremembered him. Wasn't that cool and wasn't that funny, but I was 19 and I was in the process of joining the military with the possibility of leaving in a few months. So I really had nothing else going on. So I was like,
yeah,
let's see where it goes. Fuck around and find out. I get it. I completely get this.
Yeah.
A few days after our first date, the guy and I are texting and he asked me my body count, which I didn't think was a very appropriate question to ask someone you've only been on one date with.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Not fun. It's weird.
That's not good.
Quick tangent, real quick. Weird that 2 weeks in a row we've had stories about body counts.
I think maybe the first one about body counts resonated with a lot of people, and they were like, "I have one too."
Yeah,
this shit's wild.
It's body counts, guys.
Stop making it a big deal.
Jesus, let people fuck, man.
If you're gonna ask about it, stop making it a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A few days after our first date, the guy and I are texting and he asked me my body count, which I didn't think was a very appropriate question to ask someone you've only been on one date with.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
And again, I wasn't that into him, so I decided this was a sign to break things off. I tell him I think it was a rude thing to ask and that I didn't want to continue talking to him. The next day, he texts me asking if I got the pizza he sent me. I look outside my door, and sure enough, there's a pizza sitting outside. He had a pizza delivered to my house as a way of apologizing.
Ew.
It was definitely a bold move. And of course, my dumbass was like, well, he must really care. So I decided to give him another chance.
That's pretty funny. All right.
God. We go on a few more dates and things still really aren't clicking. So I tell him I'm not really wanting a relationship and I just wanted to be friends. Okay. Plus, I wasn't sure if I was still going to the military and it was a big decision and I needed to be alone, just be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
He did not take this well. He continued to push, sending long paragraphs over, text saying he had never met a girl like me, that I was so unique, and that we should continue dating. I tell him no thank you, and eventually he agrees to just be friends. We start to text sparingly, and I think that it's over. ... Think
that it's over.
And then a few weeks later, it's my 20th birthday. My brother and I are drinking in the camper in my parents' backyard that I lived in at the time, and we hear some noises outside.
Oh, God.
My phone goes off, and it's the Snapchat from the guy. What's the Snapchat, you ask? A picture of my car with something on it. My brother and I look at each other alarmed, yet curious. My car was parked next to the camper, which was in the backyard, meaning that the guy was lurking on my property outside the camper, probably listening in on whatever it was we were talking about, while we were having a good time, none the wiser.
Huh?
We go out to investigate, and I see a bouquet of flowers on my windshield and a birthday gift.
No.
It's funny telling the story now, but I was pretty freaked out by this.
Yeah. No, I'm freaked out for you.
I'm freaked out too.
I don't even find this funny.
That's
ridiculous.
This is pretty fucking ridiculous.
If I find flowers that I don't like, I don't know why, there are a lot of women out there that, like, even older women, my mom was like this, where she would be like, ooh, flowers, are they for me? And like really wanted them. And I'm like, I do want flowers sometimes.
Maybe not like after
not random flowers.
Yeah.
Like I would like
specific flowers from someone that cares about me, not like
definitely know these flowers are coming for me, baby.
Yeah, as opposed to the I'm gonna like geolocate you and triangulate you by calling you 7 different times on
yeah.
And I'm going to backtrack your location, find a paper trail, and then I'm gonna bring you a card with a little like bear on it, and then like, hey, happy birthday or something.
Creep out into the woods and put flowers on your car, And then, so you know that it's there, and that I'm here, I'm going to send you a Snapchat.
I'm going to send you photographic evidence of me being on your property.
Me trespassing.
God,
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck, man?
Who could ever think that's okay?
I don't fucking know.
And also, is this years later?
A few weeks later.
Okay, a few weeks later. I thought she said,
guys, this is a 5-year-old story.
Later.
This is a few weeks from the start, I think, of or things breaking off.
Good.
And it's the 20th birthday. Okay, so
bad that he sent you flowers.
It's very bad. Very bad. God. It's funny telling the story now, but I was pretty freaked out by this because the guy obviously had issues taking no as an answer and no problem just trespassing on people's property.
Yeah.
I texted him telling him that I don't think we can be friends after this because he's ignoring my boundaries and is obviously having issues just viewing me as a friend.
Good.
Yes, good call. He tells me I'm sorry. He tells me I'm blowing it all out of proportion and being silly, and he only did the flower and gift thing because it's, quote, something he always wanted to do, and eventually I just stopped responding to his texts. He later sends me the Snapchat text, which I will be attaching to this message. Please excuse the blurriness. I was too much of a pussy to actually screenshot what he said, so I had to take my friend take a photo of the screen.
Feel that.
Good call. Good call. That. Holy shit, dude.
Feel that a lot.
That is a good call.
That's a great call.
Props.
And also, I just want to make the point, cutting people's heads off and putting them in the fridge was something that Jeffrey Dahmer always wanted to do.
So, yeah, very clearly.
That doesn't mean anything. That's just gaslighting. Yeah.
I have the text here.
Oh, yeah.
The name we're going to use, because I don't want to use the person's real name, is Oswald. I was told it's a good name. So we're going to use Oswald.
Like Lee Harvey?
Lee Harvey Oswald, yes.
Okay.
So Lee Harvey Oswald responds.
Can I read this, actually?
You want to read? You want to be the separate?
Yeah, I want to be the guy.
This is Sarah as Lee Harvey Oswald. You can read it out loud, Sarah. Please read it out for everybody. I haven't actually read the whole thing.
Okay.
And you're just keeping it away from all of us. And that's where Fox is crying for this story. I hear her in the door.
Hey, since I assumed you blocked my number, even though I didn't harass you or anything like that, I just want to let you know that I didn't disregard how you felt. Sorry I came off that way.
Sorry you feel that way, bro.
I wanted to stay friends, and you've kind of showed me you're not what I'm looking for in a relationship right now anyways. You were kind of immature about the situation, to be honest, and took much of what I said out of context and used it against me. Also, not being upfront about things, honesty is always the best policy.
Facts.
Customer's always right.
Customer's always right.
Random thing. Don't get it twisted. You're hella cool company.
You're cool to chill with, bro.
You're hella cool company.
Hella cool company, bro.
Don't get it twisted. You're hella cool company. But there's too much of a gap for me right now. Thanks for the fun times, though. Fucking Shaka Bra. And then you know that he listened to Motorcycle Drive By in the car all the way home.
How's it gonna be, actually?
How's it gonna be?
Yeah.
How's it gonna be when you don't know me anymore? We love the red one.
God, do you think this was the guy that eventually went to the Atlanta?
Dude, this was the guy in front of us.
In front of us at the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Fucking
I was just
hugging us.
Hugging us and screaming and crying and being like, I love you, Steven.
I love you, Steven.
Oh my God, so funny.
Oh my God. Stephen Jenkins.
Stephen Jenkins, God bless him.
God bless him.
Hates Orlando so much.
Hates Orlando so much. I need some water. Holy shit. This
is
is
so funny, man.
Water break, everybody.
You're not really what I'm looking for in a relationship anyway.
The gap's a little too wide for me, actually.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. That's from somewhere else. I don't know.
Age gap, dude.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I assume it's my guess would be a gap between them, like talking and shit.
I guess.
Yeah,
like
that's my only
relationship gap.
Yeah, a relationship
I've just never heard of that. That's just kind of strange.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a North thing. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So we're not done yet, by the way. This is not the end.
God,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. My favorite part of it is when he tells me I'm not what he's looking for.
That's pretty funny,
after I've told him repeatedly I don't want to be with him. That sure showed me.
Yeah.
I respond to him saying I actually didn't block him, but I was glad we were on the same page. I'm going to tell you this right now. I haven't read farther than this point. You should, please, for the love of God, please block him. And report to authorities.
If you haven't yet,
and buy a 12 gauge shotgun just in case.
Solid off.
Solid off. Fucking.
yeah.
Listen, we all hate guns here, but like, I mean, sometimes you gotta get a gun.
Yeah, you gotta sometimes.
All right. Okay.
For your safety.
That's a bit. All right.
That's a bit. But also not really.
A month or two later, I started dating this person that I'm now engaged to.
Oh, yay! Congrats.
Yeah. Stuff with the military didn't work out, and now looking back, I'm relieved I ended up not joining.
Okay, good.
Hell yeah. You would think this is where the story ends, but it's not.
Oh, God.
A couple weeks into my new relationship, I'm sitting at the food court of the mall I worked at. Probably the most hard to believe part of the story since it does not take place in the 80s. True. And guess who walks up to me?
No.
The guy.
No.
He makes polite conversation, tells me he's seeing someone new, and then insults my outfit. Not kidding. Then a week later, I get this text.
Oh my God.
I'm going to try and do your thing because it goes back and forth, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so...
Wait, can I do it, though? I want to do my thing.
All right, you do the first line and I'll do her, all right?
Did you put a hex on me?
Why do you ask?
I need to know.
Not that I can remember why. End of text. So okay,
So
this is a man that thinks that finding out where you are and leaving flowers in the fucking
also you think somebody put a hex on you? Don't insult their outfit, man.
Yeah.
Don't find them just to insult their outfit.
Maybe if you do insult an outfit, maybe you do deserve a bit of a hex. And then you also know that maybe you did something wrong to
deserve it?
To deserve a hex.
That's when you go out and you fix your karma, fam.
Yeah, exactly. You can't, there's nothing anyone can do at that point.
Donate to a fucking charity.
Right, give something.
Or talk to a witch, you know? Don't go to the person and then be like, fucking skirts.
Hey, did you fucking put a hex on me?
I don't like your hair.
Dumb bitch put a hex on me. What the fuck?
What a
Dumb
guy.
Outfit. Yeah, what a guy.
What a guy, man.
He asks about the hex because the same, quote, miscommunication that happened between us is happening in his new relationship. He then proceeds to tell me how he met this girl, and she said she, quote, likes him too much to date him because she's going home for the summer, and if she dates him, she'll miss him too much while she's gone. And I have to ever so gently tell him that she's probably just not into him and is just trying to let him down gently.
You don't have to.
A repeating theme in his life, apparently.
You don't have to.
Yeah, this guy needs to grow the fuck up,
yeah,
man.
this guy
Holy
has
shit.
to realize the consequences of his own actions. Yeah. You didn't have to. You're just being a nice person.
Yeah.
Which, God bless you.
Good on you for being a good person, but goddamn.
Wow. Yeah,
it's been over.
This guy's just a baby.
Yeah, it's been over 5 years, and I haven't heard from him since. But my fiance still teases me that I gave the guy a second chance because he sent me a pizza.
That's pretty funny.
I hope you enjoy the story. Please feel free to use it on your podcast if you like. But if anything, I hope it gives you a good chuckle.
It was really funny. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that.
I'm sorry that this guy.
I'm so fucking sorry.
Was ever in your life.
Dude,
holy shit, fam.
What a crazy stalker, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Christ,
Jesus,
man.
bro.
That's so insane
so
to me.
Funny,
that's so fucking.
It's terrifying.
Going to the fucking camper of the house and like
sending a photo,
dude. Not only that, like they hear you. They heard you like rustle bushes.
Well, no, if she got the Snapchat, if it's like where they are, and it's a camper where they're like, I assume like not near civilization or just outside of civilization.
Yeah, and then they're just like they hear all these weird noises. Then you get a photo of
where
like
you are. I would shit my fucking pants.
I would fucking shit my pants.
I would shit my pants.
Dude, if someone like took a photo right outside, I'm not gonna there's a window.
Yeah, over there. That's the window's over there.
The window. Like if someone sent a photo of like us in this room right now.
Yeah.
While we're doing this podcast and I get a Snapchat message, I would grab a knife.
I would get us into the car so we can go walk into the ocean. That's it. Like it's done. This is I don't know if I've ever said this to you guys, but I have a plan for if there's ever a zombie apocalypse or aliens or any sort of apocalypse, and it's to die as soon as possible. It's to stop living.
Yeah, it really conflicts with my plan of trying to survive as long as possible.
Yeah, it's, zombie apocalypse. It's like, oh, there's a zombie at your door. Fetal position. Knock yourself out.
I'm grabbing supplies and trying to...
Yeah, no, I'm gone. I'm patient zero, or I'm fucking dead. Because I do not want to deal with this fucking bullshit.
That's fair.
Cannot live in a world without Wi-Fi.
Oh, well, that's the thing you're worried about.
Or like water is the
we have
currency.
books. We can still be entertained.
That's fucking stupid. I don't want to live in that world with that
read
luxury.
books all the time.
It's
Like-
the same situation. If we have a crazy stalker that's like really good at hacking or something, and like put cameras all up in our house, I'd walk into the ocean. I'd walk into the ocean right now.
We could call the cops.
No. What? The fucking pigs are gonna do something, Josh? I'm sorry. Fuck 12. I'm pretty sure we were on the same page about fuck 12.
I mean, yeah, fuck 12 up until the point where we need them.
To the point where we
sorry.
need 12.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right, you can.
So that was a funny one.
That's a good one to bring us all in. Get ready to get really fucking depressed, guys.
This one's sad.
These are
and
real
serious,
people.
and I do really want to take this one very seriously.
Yes,
because,
I'm gonna take all the ones from here on out pretty seriously. So, unironically.
Because I mean, I feel that. Okay, so this is from Paige. And she has she/her pronouns. Paige says, I have a submission for you guys. Am I the asshole for cutting off my biological father and stepmother and ruining my sister's view of her parents? And I just want to say this before we get into anything.
I'm going to probably say, yeah, not the asshole. I've read the title of this one, and I can...
This is very near and dear to my heart, the situation.
Not the asshole immediately.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. But okay, let me get into it. I, 22 female, have always had a rocky relationship with my father, and growing up was mentally abused for 15 years by my father and stepmother. So no,
not the asshole already. Not the asshole.
You're not, and you don't have to explain anything either. That's the thing that kind of hits me about this story. But I do want to get through it because it is interesting.
Of course.
Whenever I had to visit them, I would dread even setting foot into the house. If even one of their strict rules was broken, I would be punished a number of different ways. Even if I managed to act completely obedient, my stepmother would come up with a way to get me in trouble. I was always under their control. This caused me to be severely depressed to the point that I had bad thoughts. Quote unquote. My sister, who is 6 years younger than me and lives with them full time, was completely oblivious to what was happening inside the house and the torment her parents put me through. I thought myself how to navigate their strict ways, and when I turned 18 was able to finally say I never wanted to go visit. Fucking awesome. Good.
Yeah.
That's great. However, I was still always required to text, call, and be the obedient good daughter whenever they saw fit.
That's shitty.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, God.
You're 18, man. And you're not living there, too. It's not even my house, my rules, you know?
Yeah, right? Like,
Fuck
shit.
that. No. Last year, I had finally had enough of the abuse, even continued over the phone. So I ghosted them, blocked their numbers on social media, and washed my hands of them for good. Fucking hell yeah. That takes a lot of strength.
I understand. Yeah.
But the problem was I love my sister and I would do anything for her. As she had no idea of the situation, they made sure to keep everything from her. I had to let her in on the situation before I could cut them off. I realized that telling her about all the abuse would destroy the kind, loving view she had of her parents. I hated doing this, but couldn't just cut them off without telling her. Since I determined that she was old enough to catch on to a lot of the things happening, I decided I had to just do it and hope she wouldn't hate me. Luckily, she acknowledged my reasons and told me she'd always be there for me. She sounds fucking awesome.
That's great. Yeah. That is great.
However, my father and stepmother continue to act as if nothing has happened to, I guess, uphold their good parent image. I talk to my sister every day, but I have heard from her that the main reason they won't let her come see me is because I, quote unquote, go to a party school, and I'll just leave her locked in my apartment while I go drink and party with my friends.
Bullshit.
There is nothing I wouldn't do for my sister, and their allegations are always incorrect. They will never admit they were wrong, but I'm losing all hope to see my sister. I haven't been able to see her in 5 years. So am I the asshole for cutting them off and losing the chance to spend time with my sister?
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Obviously not the asshole.
And the sister thing sucks too, because like, I don't know how old she is. She says that she's 6 years younger, so if she's 22, then she's 16?
16, yeah. So in about 2 years, she'll legally actually be able to do whatever she wants. But even then, if she doesn't have access to a car from the parents, or if they try to like take complete control over her, it's probably going to be minimum 2 years if you're completely unlucky,
which really does suck. But like, maybe you could do a thing where you try not to make any waves for 2 years. Anything that causes your parents not to like Which, I mean, nothing that you do causes your parents to do whatever they,
No, of course not. Yeah,
of course not. But
they
like,
are assholes because they chose to abuse you for 15 years. Yeah.
right. But I mean, and that's the issue with kids that have parents like this that are abusive. And, you know, I'd really, if this does become a TikTok, I do not want to see any fucking comments in there that are like questioning whether or not this is abuse or not. It is abuse.
This is for sure abuse.
If being around your parents leads you to thinking quote unquote bad thoughts and being like that, it's abuse.
That's 100% abuse.
That's abuse.
That is not, and it's obviously not your fault.
Of
for
course not.
A bad view.
Yeah.
You didn't taint your sister's view of her parents. You enlightened her of
to
the
how
views
your parents are
treated you. Yeah.
And the problem with this though is like, I do not know how your parents are to your sister. Because
that's another thing too.
It could be that your parents are not the way that they were treating you that they are to your sister, which is like, then maybe your sister has like a weirdish view of their parents, but then you're just going to have to let your sister come to her own conclusions as an individual about her parents.
Yeah,
you know?
I will say it is a good thing that you still talk to her every day.
Oh, yeah.
That is a wonderful thing.
And if she's telling you all this bull crap that they say about you, she probably knows
that something's
it's not true.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is a good thing, and I do think at some point you will eventually see your sister.
Oh yeah, I just think,
it might be a while, and that
it might
sucks.
be 2 years. It might be 2 years,
but it might be something might happen to where it's earlier. I
don't know. You could always sneak around. I'm not always going to say like, you know, don't lie to your parents. I'm not telling you to go lie to your parents, but like, if she is being abused, you know, emotionally or anything, like the same way that you were, and her mental health is declining, and to that point,
you're in a very good position, hopefully, to,
depending on the laws in your state,
to try and help out as much as you can,
emancipate herself, and then you can help her out, or you know, have her live with you or something. Even if that's something that you're able to do,
if you're able to help, if that is something that you're able to do, I think, But that's obviously in like the worst case scenario of what she's going through.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just obviously fuck the parents. That's the only
these parents fucking
suck, and they're trying to.
So many parents think that it's like it's their job to completely control their children, you know, or you know, just do shit that is just like a lot of parents can't handle seeing their children grow up, or even seeing, you know, and then narcissistic parents or parents that are abusive like this, they end up seeing their kids like acting out in any sort of individualistic way as sort of as like a threat to them, because these parents, they're not seeing their kids as separate human beings that are growing. They're seeing them as like extensions of themselves, and only that. And then it can lead to, if your parents aren't toxic, which it sounds like they are, a toxic environment, you know? And I just think it's fucking, I mean, it's terrible what you went through. You don't have to explain, you know, you're not an asshole for cutting off your parents.
No, of course not. 100%
Absolutely
not the asshole.
not. I've totally been in this position, not exactly this position, but a similar position where I've had to cut off family, and it's not fun, and it is not great for your mental health.
No, of course not. But sometimes that's the best thing to do, because if the alternative is to keep harming yourself mentally by
putting
allowing
yourself
them
in a situation with your
exactly
parent.
Yeah. So again, you're not the asshole. Sarah is right. You shouldn't lie to your parents, or you shouldn't lie in general, you know?
Like, if it is a situation where she's being abused, then you take the necessary steps.
You do what you can and whatever you're able to do to help out. If even if it's just like getting if it gets to the point where it's so bad for the sister, that your sister, again, it's wonderful, it's good that she's still talking to you, because
that's great. Just keep talking to her, man.
Keep talking to her, keep in contact as much as possible.
And you know, keep tabs too, if she, like, ask her how she is, you know,
no, of course,
how things are in the house.
You're talking every day, you're probably already doing that. Just make sure, keep tabs on everything, and if things hit the fan, even getting an air mattress for your sister and giving her just somewhere to sleep that's going to be safe.
Pack a go bag
if that's possible, of course. Yeah, like you know, and then go from there.
Yeah, and try and drive on by and just have her like run out, get in the car, drive away. That's it.
Exactly.
It's fucking trash, man.
It is 100% trash.
To be in that position.
In that position, but you did the right thing by cutting them off. So
absolutely,
props,
man. And that's hard as fuck.
Exactly.
And also writing in and writing about it.
Oh yeah,
that's hard as fuck
that's hard
too.
As shit too, and making it.
You're strong as hell for doing that.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
So fucking cheers to you. You did it.
I can't even tell a therapist about mine. Shit. Goddamn.
Oh, seek if you
seek
haven't
therapy
already, please
also,
seek therapy. That goes to everybody.
Everybody do it.
Everyone do it.
But no, really do it, because it is a big trauma, whether or not.
Yes.
You know, it's just the worst, and it can affect you in so many different ways too. Yeah. And a therapist might also be able to let you know about the situation with your sister as well. Yeah, might be able to give you better.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not a therapist. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not good at advice. Don't everything we say take with a big grain of salt of we're dumbasses.
We're not. Yeah, sending in stories is not a replacement for therapy.
Exactly.
Not even kind of.
We're barely a replacement for other podcasts.
We're barely entertainment.
We're barely entertainment. But we're completely. None of you motherfuckers better be angry in the comments. I swear to God.
Peace and love, though. I hope
peace and love. Yes,
everything works out for you guys.
I agree.
Both you and your sister. Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can find my next one. I know. I actually.
Yeah, Josh brought a notepad.
Yeah, I want to make sure because we have 7 stories. I gotta keep track of them somehow. So this comes in from Kat. She, her. Thank you for sending in a story, Kat. I, female 18, have a room with a person, female 19, that I didn't really know due to money reasons and not really having a choice since it's a college campus.
Okay.
I've only known them for about 3 months now, and they do all these little things that piss me off. They are up all night being what seems like as loud as they can. They leave trash everywhere, and when I ask for her to pick it up, she gets angry, even if it's on my side of the room.
Damn, bro.
I tried to deal with it for the semester, then move the next, but things seem to be getting worse. I don't get enough sleep since she is up all night due to gaming. So when she plays and yells and curses, usually at 3 a.m,
Oof.
I have almost passed out due to the exhaustion. No. I have talked to her about these habits, but I'm not perfect either. I leave up to 4 cups on my desk and take my trash out every 2 days. That and when she is gaming, I do tend to try talking to her.
That's normal shit.
Yeah, you're trying to talk to your roommate. Yeah,
that's
you're
normal.
Already not the asshole.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, not the asshole from what we've read so far.
Like a gamer girl.
Yeah, gamer girls.
From one gamer girl to another.
Yeah, she has in the past gotten upset if I asked how she was and if she had eaten anything during the day, telling me that it isn't my concern.
What?
When she was gaming, which occurred whenever she wasn't sleeping, she prefers that I am not in the room. All of this is stacked up to the point where I decided I have had enough. I talked to people who were in charge of campus housing. They asked me to go to a room and have her and I to speak.
Okay.
I knew this wouldn't end well, to which I was right. Yeah. There were reasons upon reasons why I didn't want to share a room with her any longer. And the cherry on top was that I wanted to move out due to a friend asking me to move in with her since she didn't want to be in a room by herself.
No.
When my current roommate heard all of this, she got very mad that I was explaining all this to her and the individual in charge of housing. I was called overbearing and a hypocrite, saying that she had to clean up my stuff and she always has her stuff cleaned up. I explained and showed pictures of her stuff, which I was asked to for proof. Good call. Good
job. Yeah.
And she was not happy. I was told I had a few days to decide if I want to move out, but I need to know if anything rude or if I was just exaggerating. So I guess I'm asking, was I in the wrong or too harsh? I'm not entirely sure. My friends say I'm not, but her friends say I will. I want to talk real quick about that last sentence.
Yeah.
My friends say I'm not, but her friends say I was. When you have friends, they're obviously going to be biased towards the friend. So don't.
Well, and she's also manipulating the facts.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah. No. If you have proof and you were able to change your fucking house, you're probably in the right for sure. Because I feel like universities probably don't give a shit about these like petty disputes unless it gets to a point.
No.
Like,
and plus it's usually like campus housing and the people in charge of campus housing are also students most of the time.
Yeah.
So that Josh has never been to he's never lived on a university. I have. It was ass. And you have an RA who lives on the floor, usually for free, because they're also doing the job of, managing everybody on their floor.
Yeah.
Which includes every little tiny dispute that somebody has with their roommate. They go to the whatever. It's looking for drugs and alcohol. It's looking for, parties that are happening too late at night, or just all the camp, like making sure that the rules or whatever. And usually RAs don't do shit. They don't do fucking shit.
Yeah, they don't want it. If they are students, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if they're students,
they're
they
like
don't give a
juniors or
shit.
seniors.
Yeah, they're too busy in their own room fucking gaming as well. And like all the little details of what the story has, right?
Yeah.
Like
it just sounds like you guys
are incompatible roommates. First and foremost, because what is it? If they're staying up until that late, but you can't stay up until that late, not a compatible sleep schedule. If she's being loud all the time and not even claiming the entire room and doesn't want you to be in there.
That's the other thing. That would piss me the fuck off. That's shitty as fuck, dude. And she's not being fucking, what's the term? She's not being like amicable to what you're asking for, and she's kind of doing whatever the fuck she wants.
And not only that, but like if she has left trash on your side of it, and then bitches about your own trash, like she had that much. Like I think we take out the trash every 2 days. Yeah, that's like on average. That's normal,
and that's maybe the most I've ever taken out the trash. And I used to live like a pig. I used to live like a damn pig.
Yeah, like so that's not you're good on that front. Yeah. And like the only thing you also said was that you have like glasses
or
on
like
your
cups
desk.
on your desk.
It's on your desk, A, and then B. If it's cups, it's cups.
Well, it's
cups
just
are,
like
you can just toss them real quick.
Cleaning with a roommate, and everybody has a different version of clean.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And you do have to talk about it with your person, but it sounds like you have tried to communicate with this person.
No, for sure. Yes.
So it just doesn't sound like they're open to communication. Which at that point, it's like. That's when you go to somebody else, or that's when you get out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
If you talking to them is not an option, or if they will not listen to you, that's when you try to figure out something else, because it's just not going to go anywhere. That's the beginning of every relationship is communication, and it's the lifeblood of every single relationship. And once it declines and it breaks apart, the relationship is over.
Yeah, and
it's done.
Yeah. If they're not amicable to communication.
Well, if they don't respect you enough
to even give you
the time of day,
then nothing good's going to come from that.
No, it's never going to, and that's why, hearing that they wanted to put you two in a room to talk about it, that's such an RA thing to do, because it's
I want to hear both sides of the story.
As if you haven't already talked to her about it, which granted, I'm sure that's what a lot of kids do.
Well, yeah,
where they just, they have troubles and then they just don't talk about it.
Yeah, but it does suck that
you have to do this when you know it's a bad.
Yeah, and then
it's a bad situation.
That being said, very good that you had proof.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's awesome.
That's a good thing. Everybody, remember proof,
guys.
I had screenshots from before. We have pictures from now. Proof is important.
Fucking time you're living somewhere and it's unclean and you don't want it to be your fault, or not that you don't want it to be your fault, but it isn't your fault. Take a photo of it. Anytime.
Anywhere. Yeah. If you're renting an apartment and you leave, take a photo of how it is beforehand, and then
they'll fuck you over.
Because they will try to fuck you over.
Or if you're going to going on vacation and you show up at a place and it's not clean, take a photo of it.
Take photos of it before you even do anything.
Take a photo of it.
And
and do it, because people will try to pin stuff on you. That's
exactly
how the world works,
Yeah. So, yeah, not I know it's not an asshole post, but not the asshole. You're not
the
in the
asshole.
wrong. You're not in the wrong.
Her friends just probably have heard a different version of the truth. She's probably saying a different version of the truth, or she believes whatever she's saying.
Yeah, everyone in this scenario has their own quote unquote version of the truth. From what you've said to us, we're on your side, and you didn't do anything harsh. If it's incompatible to live there.
And she didn't respond to you talking about it.
If they're too busy
what
gaming,
did she expect? Come on,
Yeah, Jesus.
Fuck. If I, that's wild.
It's pretty wild.
I wouldn't expect, I wouldn't expect somebody, if I was being shitty, to not go out and talk about it with people. I don't know. That's like your prerogative. That's your bodily autonomy.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
So
fucking wild, bro.
yeah. So yeah, no, not
the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Fucking sorry you had to deal with that too. It sounds annoying as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna
especially to the point where you are exhausted.
Yeah, if you're exhausted and about to pass out, you're not.
That's not
that is something's wrong. And if they continue to do it after that, fuck them. Like honestly.
So this one is kind of interesting. So this is anonymous.
This is anonymous.
And this person said, "Hey guys, I just started listening and instantly they were a fan. I wanted to submit my story because I love the honesty and humor you have on situations." And then preferably they want to remain anonymous for obvious reasons.
Okay. And fair warning, this so far has not been that much of a comedy podcast. But,
yeah. But
we'll because you wanted humor, we're gonna pinpoint everything and make humor out of it. Okay.
This one's a little live, laugh, love with some shitty men in there, mixed up in there.
All right, I'm excited. Let's go.
So, okay. So here goes. I've 22 female, been with my current partner, 23 male, for coming up 7 months now.
Okay.
We get along really well, but he's a pretty avoidant guy and struggles to make time for me. A month ago, we had a huge chat about everything because he came to the conclusion he isn't in love with me yet, despite the fact that we've been saying the love word to each other for a few months now.
I remember this one now.
This one is I've been there so many times. I've been there.
Well, look, I said the word love to you, all right? But it doesn't mean anything.
Right, like
does
fuck
the word
that.
frog mean something to you? No, it doesn't. Sorry.
What really are words anyway?
What are words? We just made
it up.
Smoking a bowl, just talking fucking.
We're all just like stardust anyway.
We're just like atoms in the world, man.
Oh my god. So essentially we've backtracked. We both want to stay together and reset because I understand 6 months isn't totally unrealistic to not feel fully in love yet. And he agreed he wants to work on being a better partner to me and putting in more effort. Here's the thing, though.
Oh.
I have an ex, 22 male.
Oh, shit.
From a couple years ago, who is still a very dear friend of mine. We broke up because it was long distance and it became too hard to manage. This ex has recently gotten out of a relationship he was in where he was experiencing the same problems I am.
Ooh,
that their partner doesn't make them feel important or makes time for them. We've been chatting more frequently, and I came to realize that part of me would want to try with him again. He was a terrific partner to me, and I've always regretted leaving so quickly. I always wished I moved to their city and made it work. Do I just need to be alone for a while and sort myself out? What's my play here?
All right, so
what's your opinion, Josh?
Huge disclaimer: don't change your entire life because of me. Okay,
yeah, don't do it just because of us. This is our opinion.
Give us watch time. That's all I care about.
Click subscribe.
Click and subscribe. No, okay. So, all right. I don't remember this because I remember reading this a little bit, but I didn't read all of it.
Yeah.
Did they give her? Is the ex back in the city with you now? Okay, that changes things a little bit. God, don't you all just wish there were cloning machines? And you can just do both. You can
get fucked and eat your own pussy at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, by both your current partner as well as your ex.
I just mean your clone, so you can fuck your clone.
No, this is okay. No,
yeah. So, like, I mean, what's that got to do with this, though, Judge?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the. Oh, okay. God, Jesus, being fucking. All right, I don't know. I really because like. Here's where things get tricky.
Yeah.
You still seem like you have feelings for your ex and you're still friends with them at least. And you wish that you had stayed and tried to move to the city. You already have that like fucking like I might have been willing given the circumstances maybe to go to the fucking city with them, right? And move and change things. And now he's back, right? And now it's an easier thing and there's really not much stopping you.
Yeah.
And it seems like the person you're currently dating now
is kind of a fuckhead.
Kind of honestly. A fuckhead a little bit.
He's a little bit of a fucker.
Yeah, but then also you shouldn't like stay with the fuckhead if you're going to kind of double down with your ex.
I don't think she means that.
Okay, all right.
I think she's like, I'm kind of stuck between two guys. Like, I don't know what to do. And I guess my point of view is like, you really should not settle for somebody who is making you feel like if you had that conversation with him and he ended it by saying, yeah, I'm not in love with you.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
Fucked. Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
fucking fucked,
Yeah,
man.
and honestly, if you don't see a future with this guy, maybe it's not the best idea to stick around. That being said, I mean, what are the odds of your ex coming
does your
back?
ex,
Does your ex
want to be with you?
That's another thing that I'm like,
maybe
okay,
they don't.
What are the odds of like flipping a coin and it landing on its side and not having heads or tails? You know, like that's another thing. It feels like a risk, but then again, if you can still remain friends with your ex and get rid of the person you're currently dating now, because if they're fucking around with you after 7 months and they said the love word to you and then fucking took it back,
that's wild. Get out of there, man. That guy fucking sucks.
That sucks a lot.
You can't go backwards in a relationship. You know?
Like that would be like if I right now said, Sarah, I never meant this podcast.
You never meant the podcast?
I never meant the podcast.
You can't even say it. You can't even say that you don't love me.
I do love you.
Say it.
No.
Say that you don't love me.
No.
Say it, Josh.
I don't want to say it. Your partner should feel how I feel right now. Shitty for even thinking it.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
also
not
like
even
7
thinking
months,
it.
so maybe not feel like, maybe he shouldn't feel shit. It's been 7 months, but then also like he said it to you, so like he should feel shitty,
right?
Like, you know, it's really, it's God.
We're not gonna know because we said I love you like 3 weeks in. Weird. So we don't know.
We're weird. So yeah, we don't
when it's normal to say I love you.
Like it could be 3 months, it could be 3 weeks. You know, like
I was thinking when I read this that he was the way that he described it was like, I love you, but not like I'm in love with you.
Yeah, that's
like
what he
realized like I love you, but I'm not in love with you.
Like he loves the Jets. You know? Like he loves the idea of going out to get cotton candy or something, you know? Like he loves it, but he's not going to dedicate his life to it, you know? Well, maybe the Jets.
He might dedicate his life to the Jets.
Which if he likes the Jets and I got that right, fucking first of all, score. Second of all,
goal.
For second of all, goal.
Ted Lasso.
Third of all, you should probably leave him for liking the Jets.
Okay, well,
that's the reason, not him being a shitty person. Some kinda, you know, like.
But no, for real though, like
I guess my
you just
best
gotta
advice
figure
is,
out what you want.
Yeah, what is it? What's your goal at the end of the day?
What is your goal? Because if you do really want to try and stick it out with this guy, if
you think he's going to actually say the words "love you" and mean it,
yeah, or like if you think like maybe there's something else going on with him, like maybe he's depressed or maybe something else is going on with his life that he maybe just said the wrong thing and didn't actually mean it, or if you really are like thinking, okay, this relationship is going downhill, it might end soon, I might want to jump into a thing with this guy, you know, maybe just, you know, take it slow. Months.
Yeah, take a few days to think about it. I know you've probably already been thinking about it.
Take a few months to think about this. Like, go be single and chill out and grieve your relationship. And I don't know, maybe don't be friends with your ex if you think you can't keep your feelings out of it. But if you are the type of person who can, you know, I don't know, be friends with him, go out with him a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't know what your ex is going to come back to say.
He could be a totally different person. You have no idea.
True, yeah. He moved to a different city.
And he's come back, so, you know.
Yeah.
Came back.
True. So
that wasn't even words. First thing I said. Comebacks. And he's comes back. Who am I? Am I Robert De Niro? Hey, he's a comes back.
But yeah, no, I guess that's our advice is
figure out what you want.
Figure out what you want for sure. If you don't think this relationship's going to work out, might not be the best move to stay in it.
But then sounds it's also like you're already thinking about getting out of there.
But also it's probably also not the best move to try and rush into something with your ex as well, because
just, you know, chill out. Who knows? Maybe you'll find like a complete rando that changes your whole life.
True. Yeah, anything could happen.
Yeah. And also, I'm not saying that you should break up with this guy who doesn't appreciate you.
But he likes the Jets, yeah, so.
But you should be with somebody who is fucking crazy about you.
Yeah, true.
And he's kind of fucking up right now. So you can give him another chance and have him be like, oh, actually, yeah, wait a minute, I do really care about you. Or you can be like, actually, he fucked up really bad, and I'm gonna go eat, pray, love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to India or whatever that movie was about. Every movie like that, like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, is about this exact scenario.
True. Yeah.
Sex in the City, where it's like, you know what? I have 3 guys that I could be with, but instead I'm going to go be a woman. And it's like, you know what? And every woman watches that and is like, hell yeah. Yes, for sure. Even me. I watch that shit and I'm like,
oh, shit.
Fuck yeah.
Boys, I'm about to be out of a job soon.
Fuck man. Carrie. He doesn't deserve you anyway.
Both of us watching Gilmore Girls.
Go to Afghanistan. There was a Sex in the City too. She goes to Afghanistan.
Why? What the fuck?
Because of post 9/11 media. She rides a fucking camel, bro. You haven't.
I'm
we
not
gotta watch it.
This.
We
I'm
gotta
not
watch
dignifying
it's
this
gonna be
at
next
all.
episode
No, I'm
where
not
we talk about
fucking
Sex
doing
and the
that.
City
No,
too.
are you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
I'm not watching another 9/11 thing.
It's all 9/11 all the time.
9/11
baby.
all the time. I gotta go pee for this next story.
Okay.
I'm not dignifying the sex
With a
in the
response.
sex in the 9/11, dude.
Sex in the 9/11 in the city.
I think we're about to hit an hour 50.
Okay, so we only have 3 stories left. That's pretty good.
So this is gonna be a 3-hour long podcast. And sorry everyone for this podcast being 10 hours long, but we gotta get through this, guys.
It's free content for you, so
free
shut up.
content, unless you of course give us coffee at buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR
Or
go to our
subscribe to our
Patreon
Patreon.
for APWSTR. It's a minimum of $1, but we've opened up other tiers for like $3, $5, and $10, but you'll get the same thing, so don't fucking do that. Getting
Or do
scammed out
it.
of your own money.
If you really like us a lot,
If you really like us,
when you're like,
we will
I
treat
like
you
'em.
exactly the same as the $1 tiers, though.
Yeah, everybody gets treated the same.
All right, so this comes to us from Anonymous, and this is she, her. My 17 male boyfriend and I, 16 female, have a very strange relationship. We were introduced by close mutual friends and have been together for 6 months.
Okay.
He's funny, sweet, smart, and handsome as hell.
No.
But here's the problem. I'm not sure if I should/can break up with him.
Okay.
For some
Why?
backstory, we've been committed to each other for a while now. I've met his friends, his mom, taken care of him when he was sick, and we fooled around. Everyone knows I'm his girl, but he refuses to call me his girlfriend. I care deeply about this boy, and I've spent the entire relationship chasing after him. There have been periods where he would go distant, but I would continue being sweet and supportive, and he would eventually come around. Not this time. He started going hours and even days ignoring my messages, is never free to make plans, and he's gotten very vague, unresponsive in conversation. We have very different lives, and we do live 25 minutes away, but I've always made it work. I've ignored a lot of red flags and played dumb when he could lie, but I can't do this for much longer. He told me recently that he does plan on getting official with me, but he's also told our friend that he's losing interest. At this point, I'm tired of constantly trying to fight for something that I'm unsure is even real. Recently, he started ghosting me for days on end. Everyone that he knows has started saying that we need to split and that he's not good for me. My friends hate him, and even our mutual friend says he thinks it's best if I leave. But how do you break up with someone if you weren't formally together and they won't respond to your message? Do I treat this like a breakup? Should I call him and tell him? Do I keep dragging this out hoping it's just a low point? What do I even do? I want a relationship with this guy and I want to love him, but I'm losing myself for this relationship that can't even really be formally called a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not a passive person and I don't like who I'm becoming, but I also don't like the idea of losing him. Now,
read the ages again.
So these are I'm assuming high schoolers, 16, 17.
Okay.
16 female, 17 male.
Okay.
There is an update to the story, by the way.
Oh, shit.
I feel more and more alone every day. Him and I haven't made plans in almost 3 weeks, and it's starting to get to me. I'm getting exhausted, and I'm starting to doubt myself. So I'm going to say, obviously, right off the bat,
fuck this guy.
Fuck that guy.
That guy sucks, bro.
And the reason why I guess I wanted to read this one, I have the perspective of a dumb 17 male, you know, like
that's true. I forget.
And you know, like it's obvious to me. It's one of two things. One, doesn't want to be together anymore.
Yeah.
Or two, is so emotionally incapable of admitting feelings.
Yeah.
That he just can't reciprocate them back. But at this point, because he hasn't responded to a lot of it,
and he's ghosting you for days, bro.
Probably, yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, no.
Just I mean,
it's not gonna work out either way because it's obvious. It's either a mix of both, or it's one or the other. it's not going to be good for you. If you already feel like you're hating yourself or
That's
losing
not,
how you are as a person.
honey, for a man, no.
For a man, no. And
No.
I want to keep in mind, you are teenagers.
Yeah.
You
have the rest of your lives
you have
ahead.
a lot of life ahead of you. And you're not, if it's obviously going to be like, you're probably not going to be with this guy for much longer or even be friends with him for much longer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
After high school, God.
And I guess the only difficult thing now is, do you ghost back or do you, because I don't think calling is going to lead to anything, because that'll lead to either a voicemail that he won't listen to or him saying some shit to you. I think it's best to say something in a text, maybe.
Yeah,
that's probably the best option right now.
Listen, I'm not a perfect person. Hoobastank.
Neither am I.
Hashtag Hoobastank.
Hoobastan. That's what you are. A Hoobastan.
Not a perfect person.
Play like Third I'm Blind. Big fan.
So, you know, I have ghosted in the past, and it's not a good feeling.
No, yeah, it's
sometimes it's necessary.
No, yeah, sometimes it is necessary.
Sometimes it's a little necessary. But this sounds like, I mean, maybe you could just be like, hey, I really thought that we had some, I don't know, something just to be like, hey, not going to continue having a physical relationship with you.
Yeah.
Don't really want to be friends anymore because you've been ghosting me these past couple of days.
Exactly.
And then immediately after you send that text, block him. Because if he responds, you're putting the ball in his court by saying, oh, you know, here I am, blah, blah, blah. I'm cutting off my attention to you. And what he's been doing so far is just, you know, putting the carrot in front of you of, someday you'll be my girlfriend. Someday we'll have that happy relationship, blah, blah, blah. When if he really did want that with you, he would have given it to you from the day one.
Yeah.
And, you know, since he hasn't been doing that, and he makes you feel this way also, which is terrible, he just...
Exactly, yeah. And
it's not worth it, honey.
I don't know. I've had a very similar experience growing up in high school, where I definitely had the carrot in front of my face just for it to be yanked away, you know? Yeah. Like, it's not going to be a good thing at the end of the day.
Somebody has to say, stop.
Someone has to come in and chop the fucking, or scissor the fucking carrot off, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
somebody has to just like, or, you know, the rabbit can say,
fuck the carrot, I don't want
this.
I'm good.
Yeah. I'll find somebody else.
And that's probably the best move to make.
Yeah.
It's obvious that, like, yeah, it's just some dumb fucking teenage boy
who just doesn't know what he has and
doesn't
doesn't
know how to do anything, and he doesn't not learn a lesson, but he doesn't deserve your attention if he's not even going to give it back to you.
Absolutely.
You know, and like it's a natural part of growing up where you do think you have this infatuation with a person. And you think like, oh, I really want something to work, but if they're not going to work with you, it's not going to work. And that's that's a communication thing. I guess that's a weird stream of a lot of this going on. Is like communication.
Pretty much most issues are communication.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah, and like it's probably not good in this situation to completely ghost, because then it just leaves everything open, as you said.
Yeah, you want to
so make your last statement and block. And
my favorite phrase that I learned when I was a dating. Was you want to close the door gently, because then it stays closed. If you slam a door, it'll come back open.
Yeah.
You know? So you just want to just kind of let it down.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how you end a relationship permanently. And it's very much like, okay, yep, then we're good. And I know that, you know, you're feeling like, oh, I really like this guy, blah, 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 all this stuff, and I want a relationship with him. But you're going through a phase right now where you don't realize your worth as a person and as a woman, that you need to demand that from every man that you think is going to be with you, you know? And that you need to demand that respect, because they're not going to give it willingly.
Not especially as a fucking teenager.
Especially as a teenager.
Yeah, like, and like,
they're just fucking up, and it sucks right now because then they're so immature. Their hormones are raging. They can't realize that they are just disrespecting an entire gender, the way that they're treating you.
For sure.
And they're being assholes, and they are accountable for their actions.
And don't get me wrong, there is a failure of the system that doesn't even give them a real learning chance to like experience to like be a decent human being to the opposite
and
to
at
least the gender that they're attracted to, you know, whether it be male or female. It's really just like
none of it is your fault.
It's not your fault. Yeah.
Someday this guy's gonna grow up someday and have a relationship, and it'll be healthy or it won't be healthy. But you know, now
you
he's
have
not
an opportunity
good
to
for
leave
you
while it's unhealthy.
He's not good for you, and you just need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
not
on
good for
out
you.
of there.
And also, if your friends are saying that's not a good thing,
it's probably not a good thing.
It's probably not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friends will usually try to like hype up your relationship.
Usually, yeah.
But like, even no matter like whether it's going quote good or quote bad, or at least how they perceive it, they'll usually be on it. If they're saying to break it off, it's probably good advice.
Unless
they're
shitty friends.
Yeah, unless which not.
You know, who knows?
Shitty friends, but
yeah,
if you have a good support structure while you currently are where you are, take advantage of it and hope for the best that it's Again, also you're in high school. You have a lot more life ahead of you.
Absolutely.
What is it? 16? That was what, 5 years ago for me? So much has happened in 5 years.
6 years ago. You're 22.
Oh my God, I am 22.
Yeah. I'm fucking, that's 8 years away.
That's 8 years away from you. A lot will happen in the next 8 years.
A lot. And you know what? This will seem like a big fucking deal. And it will be. It is a big fucking deal.
It's a big deal right now, but as time goes on, it'll become a smaller deal. It'll just be a memory that you have. You know?
Then someday you're going to look back and laugh about it and be like, man, that guy sucks so bad.
So much, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I the best advice would be to close the door gently.
Yep. Close that door gently, baby.
That's our advice. If you again, another for everybody, this is regardless of age.
Yeah.
You should never feel like you're starting to lose who you are as a person for another person.
In a
a relationship
for a man?
Fucking
Ew,
man, dude.
What the
Gross.
fuck? No. Fucking, you're perfect the way that you are. No man deserves to tell you that you should be one way or not another way. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
The fuck?
Yeah.
God damn.
But Sarah, I didn't like how you said that, so can you just change that real quick?
No.
All right, test completed. But yeah,
that's complete.
That's
Squid Game 1.
Squid Game 1.
All right. This one I really like. This is anonymous also, and it's she, her.
All right.
This one is really funny because it starts off with the word "ite." Just like goes right the fuck into it.
Let's go and dive right into it.
Okay.
Take a cue from us.
This one is wild and it made me really sad, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's just wild.
All right.
This grandma is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So me, 25 female, and my fiance, 29 male, are planning to move into this house in a year. He bought the land before COVID and has put down the down payment, but I'm contributing equal amount before it's built. Because we weren't together when he bought the land and toured the model home with the builder, he brought his grandmother. That is confusing to me.
Yeah, it feels. Do you have a close knit family, or does he have a close knit family? That's the only thing I can assume. Yeah, because like we didn't bring my parents to the apartment to get it checked out. You know,
it's just. I mean, I don't know. I guess because he bought the. Unless the grandmother is paying for parts of it.
That's the only thing.
That's the only way I can see that making sense.
Yeah, I think if there's a financial interest of like, hey, I want to make sure this house. Is it gonna be worth something in 10 years? You know, like something like that, and then they're putting money down to help you out. But like, it's weird to me. That's a little weird. I feel like if we actually went to go get a house, because I know we didn't bring our parents. You know, there's fucking the apartment.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's an apartment. Like even to a house, probably not. I don't think I would honestly.
No,
it's
I
a little,
either.
But it might be a customary thing. I don't know.
I don't know what his culture
to
is.
me, it's weird. To me, the Western man, weird.
Well, due to her going to the original model home, she came with us across the state. When my fiance had stepped out to get gas, she immediately asked me when I was expecting to have kids.
Ugh.
Intrusive, but she's older, so I politely explained I can't have kids due to health issues. Parentheses, I'm intersex and have struggled with damn near everything you can get, including an ovary removal a year ago, not to mention I'm not fond of the idea of being a mom.
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah, absolutely personal decision. She said, quote unquote, oh, malarkey. They said I can't have kids and I ended up with 3. Cool. Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks, Grandma.
Sounds like a good story for you.
Perfect support. Thanks
But
for supporting me, Grandma.
Maybe you know, maybe not. Maybe I don't want him.
And then began telling me how I needed to plan this house with kids in mind and to quote unquote not be selfish, choosing house elements.
What? Your fucking house. Be a little bit selfish.
I know,
Jesus.
right? Of course well, it's not selfish. That's the
It's
other
not
thing.
selfish. Yeah.
You can't have kids for medical reasons.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's not selfish. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not. Sorry.
Of course, no, it's all good. Of course, she dropped it once my fiance got into the car. Once we went to the interior designer, she refused to even look at other options, instead naming off what her and my fiance looked at pre-COVID. She got pretty hostile in the first 15 minutes, and my fiance corrected her and said we came to see everything. She leaned back a little on most stuff until we reached the exterior. Now, me and my fiance had driven in the neighborhood and looked at existing homes and brick options. We loved 2 of them and absolutely hated one. Everything else was a medium or no opinion.
I wonder which one the grandma's about to go for.
I know, right? It seemed pretty clear what we had in mind. Not that big of a deal, I thought. As soon as we got into the room, she grabbed the brick sample of the one we both said we hated and started matching up siding, shutters, doors, everything. We looked at doors first, and this grandmother dropped everything and said, no glass. The grandbabies leave handprints and fingerprints everywhere. No panes other than 6. They're not as sturdy for kids. And everything was kid focused.
Jesus Christ.
I became really uncomfortable, and my fiance wouldn't intervene.
Yikes.
The grandmother interrupted the poor interior design lady and said, no need, I've already matched up what we talked about anytime she tried to talk to us. Jesus Christ, this lady. During the electrical outlet planning, he sprung it on me that he actually didn't want glass in office, my one request, because he wants it to be a guest bedroom. His grandmother continually referred to it as a nursery. He didn't correct her. This is the first I'm hearing of any of this. I step out to go to the bathroom and cry at being overwhelmed.
Yikes.
Yeah, this is where it gets serious. I come back and I bump into the lady at the front desk, and she said she was asked to run reconnaissance by the interior designer, and I laughed about it with her. I expressed how upset I was about the brick. I didn't mention the nursery situation, and how I didn't feel listened to. The lady said this appointment didn't matter because nothing was set in stone until my payment was made and papers signed. Just as she told me that they came in with the grandmother and my fiance announced that they had signed the finalizing paperwork and put down another down payment without me reviewing it, without discussing anything with me at all. They were saying congratulations and all that, and I was literally holding back tears. I threatened to break up with him. Am I the asshole? No.
No, not the asshole.
Oh my God, not the asshole.
Yeah, so
this guy sucks.
This guy sucks a lot, actually. Yeah.
I would take that as him breaking up. Like, if I were in your shoes and he came in and paid for the rest of the house with the grandmother or paid for the next amount.
Yeah, if you didn't put any money down, yeah, you're out. Yeah.
I would take that as, oh, we're breaking up.
If the plan was for you to pay for a portion of this house and then they come in with a separate down payment
and pay for the rest, whatever.
Like, that is so disrespectful, man.
That's the most, like, I would just be like, oh, I'm not even living here. Why am I here? Okay, yeah, I'll get in my car and leave. Like, all right. See you never.
That is a borderline get out of there now, because like I really can't I did they say how long they were together for? I know they're fiance, so
yeah. Let me see. I don't know if they did. Planning moving to a house. No, they didn't.
Okay, because like that's such a bitch move, man. Actually, to fucking bring your. That seems planned, actually.
I know.
It seems planned that like he brought his grandmother in just so he could fucking like, I'm gonna buy this house.
That's the red flags for me. That's how this sparks my conspiracy theory brain. I told you about this before, but there was a YouTuber who like met a guy on Tinder, got married with him, had a baby with him, and stopped doing YouTube, and he became increasingly abusive and isolating. And then as soon as she had the baby, took it with his grandmother, and then found out later that he was getting them for like a overseas sex ring, sex ring. And I do not remember the person, but it was a famous YouTuber who was in a Shane Dawson video, but it was wild. So this immediately is like the fact that they're pushing children
pushing children, and it's all the way.
Everything is already like.
It's also across
pushed.
the state too. Like it seems
Well,
like you're getting.
I'm not gonna jump
like,
to.
Well, no,
sex trafficking.
it's just
but
weird.
it's weird.
It's weird. Yeah,
it's really weird,
and it's complete bullshit that they went ahead and paid for everything. Like, listen,
at the
and
very
signed all
least,
the paperwork
Yeah.
to make sure it's set in stone, and you had no input on it.
At the very least, this just proves that whatever it is that this family is used to is crossing boundaries and not giving a fuck about
and like
specifically your boundaries. Maybe the boyfriend is being paid, or like that's the only way he can buy this house or something. I don't know about his situation or what's going on.
Yeah, but like there's such a like
there's something going on.
There's something going on,
Yeah.
and it's very. And you're not even able to have kids, like because of health issues.
That's the other thing. It's like,
and they're
what
pushing
the
it
fuck?
on you so hard. Like it's
Like they didn't. I would be offended just on that point. It's like you didn't even take the time to get to know me before planning out all this kid shit.
yeah, right.
Like the fuck?
That's so dumb, and it's the one you specifically hate as well.
Yeah, that sucks.
That seems targeted, kind of.
Well,
like
I mean,
it couldn't be, but like I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
very like I don't know. It's just red flags all around,
Yeah,
and
very much so.
I know that you're currently fiance. I don't think I would be comfortable getting married to that person.
I would not be comfortable living there.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be comfortable living there either.
If your name's not on the fucking deed,
your
he
name's
could
not on
just
the deed,
kick you out whenever.
God,
He could charge you rent. Like it.
Yeah, we should literally
He
have a
could
story
become your landlord, bro.
without you knowing about it. Yeah. And like I don't know, because I know it'd be difficult. I know you're planning on moving into a house. I know it might be difficult to try and get out of living with.
Well,
them.
if you haven't
Yeah.
put down any money, it's what
Yeah, so like I don't know. It's just like fuck, man.
It's just shitty to do that to you when you're when you're planning on moving in with your fiance. So you have plans to marry this person.
Plans to marry them,
and they're already just like, ooh, let me
got
cross
this.
your boundaries. I got
You
this.
don't need to worry
whatever.
about this.
You don't need to worry about this. Blah blah blah.
No, my house.
It's actually pretty sexist, just to be like,
course,
oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna do whatever. I'm
gonna do whatever I want, and you just gotta deal with it. Sorry.
Yeah, if it's in good intentions of like, no, you don't have to spend all that money.
Let's
you
go to
can
our
use that
wedding
money.
rehearsal. Like.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you.
That's
Maybe
just
I
taking
wanted to.
Yeah, it's taking too much control over your life.
Yeah,
If nothing else, if you haven't already talked to them about it,
you're a
do
grown
it.
ass woman.
Yeah, you're exactly.
God
Like,
damn.
fuck, man.
No. I want a fiance that respects me, please. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
If nothing else, get some fucking respect or get out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's my take.
Honestly, I'm proud of all the people that have put in stories because they've all already done the correct thing. You know what I mean?
You guys everyone here has been on the right side. Yeah.
And I totally get like needing reassurance too, because it's like sometimes you do stuff and it's right. Then the other person be acting up so hard, you're like, is this really what's happening?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I don't believe this. It is crazy.
Mhm.
Do believe it. Continue on with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there in these fucking situations, because holy shit, bro. It's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's fucking wild, man. I would not tolerate that, honestly.
And I'm sorry, like having a dream of living in a house with a person that you love,
And it's supposed to be your house. It's supposed to be your fucking house.
and then somebody just fucking comes in and just fucks it all up.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, man.
And also reading it the second time, noticing that she's just not going to have an office.
Yeah, like
That was
fucking,
that was a big thing that I just totally glossed over the first time, I guess, because I'm dumb. But like, fucking,
yeah.
I would be
if
like
you're-
pissed off.
yeah, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! If we didn't have this room we're in right now,
Dude, if I was like,
If I
actually,
s-
it's going to be a guest room, Josh.
don't get me wrong, this will be a guest room. We have a futon, but like,
Yeah, well, I mean, it can be, but
it
like,
can be. But like, if it wasn't the
No.
primary purpose of this room is to make
we have
content,
to find
But,
other
like-
room for your office, Josh.
fucking kill myself. Dude. Like I don't know, like man, like that's fucking bullshit,
Yeah,
man.
it's dumb.
It's so bullshit.
It is really dumb.
So honestly, that's I'm
sorry.
Yeah, no, I would not tolerate that.
Yeah, that fucking
personally.
sucks.
Yeah,
Well, that was my last one.
I feel so weird saying that to a person that's older than.
I mean, people
I guess
get in,
people are people, whatever.
people get in situations like this all the time. This can happen to anybody, bro.
All right, this is my last one as well.
Sweet. This
So
podcast has gone on long.
it's a very long podcast, but hey, we love it. We're here for it.
We love it, baby.
All right, so this is going to be from Anonymous and him. So,
okay. Well, nice. With one of
Let's
our
go.
5%ers.
Yeah.
5% male audience.
Hashtag we are the 5%.
There are dozens of us.
There are
Dozens.
dozens of us.
Mhm.
5% of what? 9,000 is like not even 900. Oh my god, Jesus.
There are literally dozens.
450. Oh my fucking god.
Holy shit, that's funny.
Where all the? I want some sausage in this audience. What the fuck?
Girls, go get your boyfriends to
Get your
subscribe
boyfriend
to us.
Get your boyfriend to like and subscribe and comment, so that
Yeah.
way we can have a much more equalized
We
fan
need
base.
more penis in the chat,
We need more
please.
penis in the chat. All right, so it's gonna be a little bit all over the place.
Okay.
So, sorry, my thoughts seem scattered and that I didn't punctuate, but I just spilled it out. I, 29 male, don't know how to tell my girlfriend, 25 female, that I want to open up our relationship.
Oh, shit.
I love her so much. She is absolutely the love of my life. She is my dream ideal woman, except for one problem.
Okay.
We aren't sexually compatible at all.
Okay.
Her idea of sex is a hand job, maybe once every few months. She says as long as I get off, even if I finish it myself, it counts. She says that I'm too big and it causes her discomfort, so when we do sleep together, she spends the whole time on her phone playing games.
What? She spends the whole time playing games on her phone?
It's a little weird, actually.
That's pretty
That's a
weird.
little weird, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, so I'd say I've had a lot of experience with many kinks, and she lacks any other experience. I talked her into taking a BDSM test since she said she didn't know her kinks and scored 100% vanilla. She refuses to experiment, and she's always cracking jokes during sex, and she won't even make out. She's so vanilla, she only kisses and pecks. I want to marry her. She's the love of my life, but I still want to have sex where I don't feel like someone's doing me a favor every time we do it, and also isn't on their phone. I also feel bad because I'm starting to feel like it'd just be easier to cheat than to tell her I'm unhappy with our sex life, and some friends have told me it would be easier because I've mentioned it to her before that I want to sleep with her more, and she said I was pressuring her too much. I don't really see why it'd be such a big deal to outsource the primal side of our relationship if she doesn't want it, and I feel like that makes me a monster. So
Well,
you're not.
I mean,
right,
listen, yeah.
you're not a monster right now. If you go out and cheat,
That's fucked
that's
up.
bad.
That's really
That is
don't
bad.
cheat. I mean, you shouldn't need somebody to tell you not to cheat. You know that that's bad.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. But I mean, does she even like sex?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like
She might be asexual.
That's another thing. And that in
You
that
know?
case, if she's
That's-
asexual, that's probably
that's
not something that's
just-
going to work out.
That's
Yeah.
not something that's going to work out for you. Or, well, it could be that she might be open to opening up the relationship. I've known people that are with an asexual partner and they do love them romantically and they do want that romantic, but they do open up the relationship to, and the partner is fine with it and everything's fine with that and it's just strictly sex and it's like, okay. But it's specific to the type of person that she is and you are. You sound like the type of person that you can have sex with somebody and not feel romantic attachment.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, same, bruh. There's some people out there that look at those people like you're a monster that you can't have look at every person you have sex with as the next love of your life or something. But it's like, no, it's just a different feeling. But I don't know. But then there are also some people who can't do that. And if you know that you're one of those people, don't do that. Then you have to break up with this person because then you're going to go out and have a romantic attachment with somebody else. And if the person that you're dating is not okay with that, then that's not okay.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's all about communication and boundaries. She might not be asexual. There are some women that experience pain during sex because they have a very specific health problem. You might not be very good at sex. Who knows? Maybe she just needs to explain to you what she likes.
Yeah, that's but
And maybe you guys can, communicate on that. If she's not willing to communicate, you can say this is a deal breaker and
yeah, because that should be a deal breaker. Then
I want to
if
have
it's-
physical intimacy with somebody
Yeah,
that I care about.
I get the idea of loving them on maybe an emotional scale, but if that to you is only like half of the equation,
Yeah.
you're gonna need the other half to actually be in a good relationship long term.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I don't cheat. Obviously,
Don't fucking cheat,
if
fam.
you think you're going to cheat, then the relationship's kind of already
It's one foot in the grave.
it's
for
one
sure.
foot in the grave. Yeah. So
Just tell you. I mean,
you gotta talk to him.
You
yeah.
gotta tell her, because wow, like
that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But it will be a good thing when you both go your separate ways, and then you can actually find someone that you can connect emotionally with, and also have these, that
you are compatible
the
with
physical,
too.
yeah, and sexually compatible with. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's literally it, man. And it sucks, but you can be romantically compatible with somebody and then also be not sexually compatible with them.
Yeah, and it's
the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
And I know that the framing of this is opening up the relationship outwards. I'm not sure how that would go.
Yeah, I don't know, fam.
If they're vanilla, they're probably not going to be the most into that, because I feel like that's I don't fucking know that much about what is it?
Open relationships.
Yeah, but my bet is going to be probably not going to go over well.
Just start out with, hey, I'm really not okay with the way that sex is going, but don't frame it as I want to have sex more. Like, that's my goal. No, I want to have sex more with you, because it does come across as you're pressuring her into having sex with you.
Yeah, exactly. And don't make it a completely don't make it seem like it's 100% her problem too, because of how she feels about herself. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
say like, hey,
just
listen,
be open, but don't be too confrontational.
It's difficult, especially. What are their ages?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I keep forgetting people's ages. I'm sorry.
29 male and 25 female.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She's 25.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, she might just not like sex.
She might not, honestly.
There are a lot of women out there who just don't like sex.
So that just might be it.
That might be it. Yeah.
And again, if you're not feeling it anymore.
I mean, yeah. And if she is asexual, or if she is just doesn't like sex, that doesn't want to have sex that much, then you have to look inside yourself and see if that's okay for you. Because I've known people also who do have relationships like that, who've been with each other for like 5 years and are like gonna get married, and they've never had sex. And like their partner is asexual and will not have sex with them. And it's actually cute as fuck. Because then I had this coworker in the past who was super awesome. And they had this partner that they loved so much. And they would come into work and they'd be like, my girlfriend wanted to hold my hand today. And they would be like super excited because they'd never had sex. And the person was didn't want to have sex because they had a bad sexual experience in the past and were sexually assaulted. And they were like slowly warming up to maybe someday having a sexual experience. And it was cute as shit, but it took immense loyalty from the other person to be there and say, yeah, I am a person who wants sex, but I also love this person so much that, we can talk about boundaries and we can do this and what's good and what's not good. And like, I think they did stuff like they would watch porn and masturbate with the other person in the room so they could still have physical intimacy, but without having sex. And that was okay for the other person. And, it's all communication.
Yeah, it's communication.
That's literally it.
I agree.
Yeah. And I mean, not everything has to be a regular relationship between two people where you have
it doesn't
sex.
have to be completely typical. You can make things work as much as you can, you know? So, yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. She might just not know. Might not be that experienced with sex.
And you might have to wait a little bit to try and help
it also
with
seems
that.
like she's not interested.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's what tips me off is like,
yeah, something's else going on. So I don't know.
And it might not be that you're not good at having sex. It might just be that because of your differing interests, you're just not good together.
True.
You know?
Also, you said you're too big. I need to know inches and girth as well.
We need dick size.
We need dick size as well. Sorry. If you don't have the measurements up here.
I hope to God she's not like playing games on her phone and he's just like, oh, come on, we want to have sex. And she goes, oh, you're just too big for me. You know?
Playing Candy Crush, yeah.
Yeah, right.
God
damn.
Damn, that would suck.
That would suck.
I would understand being frustrated.
Yeah.
That would be fucking.
It's definitely frustrating.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't cheat.
Don't.
That's my main thing. Don't fucking cheat, please.
That's not the
Love
answer to your problems.
That's not. No. Damn. That's all. Yeah, that's all my fucking stories. We did it, guys. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. We got an
Instagram message.
Oh fuck! Did we do another one?
Do you want to do a late night story?
Do you want to do this? This just came in.
Oh my god. Okay, let's do it right now.
All right.
So this is from Anonymous. We got this literally
fucking 2 seconds ago.
2 seconds ago.
Wait, hold on,
during
real quick.
The podcast,
real quick.
After we did the outros.
We didn't do the real outro, but it's 2 hours and 30 minutes into raw audio right now. So you're welcome, person that sent this in. We got 9 stories. We got all 9 of them. Let's do it. Okay,
That's fucking wild. Okay. I, female 18, started hooking up with a guy, male 20, soon after getting out of a bad relationship. I was not looking for anything serious and was honestly kind of a bitch to the guy I was seeing.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, he ghosted me and removed me off Snapchat, which made me realize I had feelings for him.
Oh.
I ignored it for a while, and after about a month, I sent him a DM asking if I had left something at his house. I didn't. He told me he didn't think I did. I saw this as an opportunity to tell him to add me on Snapchat again. A few hours later, he did, but when I snapped him a week later, he left me on red. Then I found out he has a girlfriend now, which was probably why he removed me in the first place. Anyways, we haven't talked in months, but I can't stop thinking about this guy. Is he keeping me as a back pocket bitch in case his relationship fails? What do I do? Help.
I don't know if that's being a back pocket bitch, though.
Honestly, he's probably not thinking that much about it.
Probably not. Yeah,
he's probably just like, okay.
That being said, it does suck that you did develop like the feelings for him and afterwards, and you realizing that you had, and like, you know.
I mean, it just sounds like you just gotta let this one go. He's in a relationship. You can't really do anything now. You were a bitch to him when you had him, and he left.
If anything, all you can do is learn from it.
Yeah,
I mean, because I get it. Like, you know, this is kind of a thing that this was gonna be the thing for the 17-year-old male. You know, where it's it's. I mean, when you're young and you're
immature. You know?
Yeah, like, you know, like one of the common way to show infatuation is to, you know, do the fucking like the
pulling on the pigtails.
Yeah, you know, like, you know. But like, and like, maybe that wasn't what the guy was into, because he is 2 years older technically, right? Yeah. So maybe he's used to that and doesn't really want that, and it sucks. But it's just a learning experience, I think.
Yeah, just, you know, in the future, just being nicer to the people you're seeing, and then eventually, if you're like, because who knows, you never know when
you don't want to start a foundation of a relationship by being a bad person, you know, or not even a bad person, but being like kind of like shaky as to whether or not
If you're admitting that you were a bitch to this guy, it probably did something that was like not, or just kind of mean sometimes.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's not good to start a relationship off that way.
Yeah,
try to be a good, like, as good of a person as you can be, but not be too. If you're gonna be like because we pull each other's fucking
pigtails, but it's like,
it's part of the banter.
We didn't start out like that.
No, yeah, it's something that happens once you grow enough trust to be able to do that back and forth. We have a repertoire and a back and forth,
Yeah.
You can't, it's best to start off as like on good of a foot as possible and then just see where things go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I don't think he's keeping you in the back pocket.
I think he just doesn't realize. I know that happened to me one time where I was like, friends with benefits, like, we ended up accidentally working at the same place. And then he was like, add me back on Snapchat. And I was like, all right. I don't care. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to do anything because I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, okay. And then like didn't talk at all. I wasn't keeping him in my back pocket in case we fell through. But, I know. Doesn't go anywhere.
I mean, my also question is, how often does the other person use Snapchat, like, for real,
Oh, true. Yeah,
like, sometimes you just add someone and then you just leave them there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, recently I actually took off someone from film school. Finally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't fucking want to see this guy on my fucking thing anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I checked Snapchat in like fucking like weeks, if not.
Dude,
It's been a while. Yeah.
I have a friend who will call me and say, have you seen my Snapchat story? And I'm like,
No.
I literally never open the app unless it's just when you call me and ask me to go to your Snapchat story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. He just probably doesn't know. He probably isn't thinking about it. He's probably in his relationship thinking about the other girl.
Yeah.
Which, that sucks.
It does suck.
That is a terrible feeling, but really hold on to that feeling and let the hate flow through you so that in the future, you can go out and find a new guy and fall in love with that guy. Now, if it becomes a pattern that every guy that rejects you have feeling for, go to a therapist.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's something that
being said, you're also 18, you're young, you got a whole life ahead of you, don't worry.
Could
but
just be, could just be crazy hormones going.
Yeah, it's just fucking
who knows?
You'll it comes with the practice, Fucking keep going out, find people, see if you like them. If not, doesn't work out.
Everybody fucks up. I mean, maybe say sorry at some point to this guy if you feel sorry. But
if you do feel sorry, but even then, like, it's probably not.
It's not needed, but it's just like for karma.
Yeah. So
I don't
know. That's my takeaway.
Sorry, fam.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna keep saying sorry to people with this relationship issues.
Jesus.
Damn. All right. Well, that was
anyway. That's our show, everybody. Then we do the cut to back to the cut of whatever the fuck.
You guys have a lot of problems.
You guys have a lot of problems, and we're here to not fix them, but I mean, maybe give advice.
Yeah.
We're not professional advice givers. Do not ever just every grain of advice take a grain of salt.
Therapist is professional advice giver.
Probably.
You know what they called me in elementary school?
What?
Professional lice giver. Because I wore everybody's hats.
Is that how you want to end the podcast? With a lice pun? Get that away from me. Don't take that off and throw it at me.
Josh has lice now.
Oh, I didn't fucking grab it. I didn't wear it. Stop it. Don't play footsies with your fucking beanie to grab it and then fucking yeah, fuck you. That's a gag exclusively for the YouTube audience.
Yeah, it's a visual gag.
But yeah, so we'll probably do listener stories for the whole podcast, like maybe once a month. Not the whole time.
I mean, I say we do them when they come in.
Yeah, when they come in.
Boop-a-doop.
But it depends on how many we get, because I feel like we got 7 in 1 week with our audience. If we double it, we're going to have 70 in a week. We're going to have to start picking and choosing.
Sometimes we're going to have to pick and choose.
Yeah, but we're glad that we were able to get everyone's in that we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please keep on sending those stories. We can't guarantee that we'll read them all like we did here, but
for sure.
we hope that we get to help out some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And don't have to go on fucking Reddit.
Yeah.
That was nice this week.
We want to
I'm
save
gonna go
you
back
from
next week though.
going on Reddit.
But I'm gonna go on Reddit next week.
Why do you want to go back there?
I just wanna know. I'm hooked now.
It's a fucking hellscape, bro. I fucking hate that place.
I want to throw Reddit's cock. I want to throw Snoo the Reddit icons. Fucking.
What do you think Snoo's dick looks like?
It looks exactly like him,
but a tiny version. But wait, no. But it's like the 2-dick guy.
There's two Snoos. Yeah,
and one's like a little deformed.
Yeah,
and they both pee at the same time.
Ugh. Much like Reddit, a freak of nature.
Yeah, no wonder the 2-dick guy was on Reddit. He's a fucking freak.
Snoo is a freak of nature.
I know,
Not
but also the 2-dick guy.
No.
No wonder he was on Reddit, fucking freak.
Cut. That's our podcast, everybody.
He's not a freak. I'm joking.
That was our comedy podcast, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
So this would be like, you fucking ableist for screaming at
this
a
isn't
disabled
going in. You're
person.
saying this to no one. You're saying...
And I'm going to argue. I would argue maybe he's a doubly abled person, twice as abled. He's not disabled. He's twice disabled. He's not getting disability. He said to the government, I was born with 2 dicks, and the government sent back, nice. That's what you get. Bro, sweet. You don't get any fucking money, and actually you owe double taxes for your double dick.
Everyone in Congress is so jealous of the 2 dick guy.
Yeah, everybody in Congress is just like has a tiny penis and it's like he got all the penis.
He got all the penis. He got it. Bernie Sanders is like, we gotta chop off his penis. We gotta equate the penises.
We have to take from the 1%, and the 1% is the guy with 2 dicks. He owes all the money.
You know, sneaked into the Biden infrastructure plan is a plan specifically to surgically remove 2 dick guys.
2 dick guys, 1 dick.
I saw it on Newsmax.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sarah, what do you want to plug on this comedy podcast?
You can follow me on Twitter at SQUINTON271. That's SQUINTON271. And on Instagram at SQUINTON27. Without the 1.
Yeah.
You can follow this podcast on
do you want me to do the podcast ones? You can follow the podcast ones on A Podcast Will Save This on Instagram, APWSTR on TikTok, APWSTR on Twitter, fucking APWSTR Productions on YouTube. Yeah.
A Podcast Will Save This at gmail.com
is where you can submit stories or other fun things. And you find this podcast everywhere with the title of Podcast Will Save This Relationship on all your
APWSTR Productions on Patreon, I think.
Yes, and Buy Me Coffee is APWSTR. Well, they're both APWSTR/APWSTR, but
good.
Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon, APWSTR.
Damn straight.
Yeah. And if you want to follow me personally,
ooh,
Joshua Chinland on Twitter, as well as a guy nicknamed JC on Twitch, Joshua Chinland on YouTube. Did I do anything else?
I don't know.
I don't find nothing.
TikTok?
TikTok, a guy nicknamed JC for epic gaming moments.
Epic gaming
That's
moments.
That's not even a bit, dude.
Yeah, it is all epic gaming moments,
literally
bro.
all epic gaming moments. Maybe one day I'll switch it up and do something that makes sense.
Fuck yeah, bro.
So yeah, that is our podcast, everybody. And y'all know where to find us. Fucking find me. Catch Me If You Can, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. That's the movie reference I'm going to make at the end of this. Fuck me. Bye, everyone. Love you guys.
Love you.
Fucking, I don't know. How do we end this show?
I don't know.
Do we just like cut it at some point?
Yeah.
I guess we have to, right? Like, this can't go on forever. Unless you want to go. Do you want to go for 3 hours? Do you want this to be the first ever
podcast, baby?
4-hour podcast?
No, we're
Guys,
fucking done.
These podcasts are never going to end. At some point, these
Josh,
podcasts,
I'm gonna go to bed now.
Fucking 12:19. All right, Grandma, go to bed. Yeah, sure. What, you got Social Security payments tomorrow? Or are you staying up at 3 like the rest of us?
I'm turning off the camera.
No, I'm sorry.